Team Rocket Pikachu.
Of course.
6 badges. Going to get... Do I have a gold bat yet?
Thought you caught one. Maybe you didn't.
I did. I'm also planning on, hey, you wanna... Oh, hello there. So I'm planning on, restarting this game after I'm done.
Yeah, you were saying.
Do the OG Pokédex. You know, back when the game was actually good.
I guess that's a way to put it.
I don't. Okay, run away. I have no idea how to aim with this thing.
Pikachu push.
Huh.
Ooh. By the way, thanks.
Thanks for what?
I know platformers aren't your thing. Thank you for playing it.
I totally looked it up,
Super
by
Mario.
the way.
I know. I knew you did.
Totally
As soon as
looked
I
it
saw
up.
you do Stretchy Boy. As soon as you... Because you never once thought to jump on top of it with Stretchy Boy. And then you jumped on top of it and stretched up. I was like... And then you jumped off and tried to jump at the wall. And I'm like, he looked up the speedrun route. Because I know that's part of it. I know the route. I can do the route.
Nope.
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
So I train the stipulations. I catch Pokemon, but for them to be on my team, I have to rename them something to one of my wilders.
I like that. That makes sense.
So that's why we don't take up time, and I can get experience for doing this.
Right.
Because like half the experience, actually I think majority of the experience is catching Pokemon.
Yeah, it seems so, because when you weren't catching things, you were so underleveled. What else do I need to pick up?
Robo's leveled up. This is the weird team. I normally have a Haunter or a Gengar on my team. And I think one playthrough I had a Vileplume. The rest of them I never had on my team before. Like I've been playing. I was playing my Ultra. I'm trying to get through Moltres Moon again. But you know, no Nuzlocke.
Right.
And I just caught myself a Ghastly, so I'm like, yep, you're staying on the team. I need to keep... So we need to find out where Articuno is in here. Articuno is in here somewhere. Hey boy, you wanna fight me? I'll fight you. Yay, late night. I should have typed in my thing saying late night.
Oh, I can add it.
Late night,
Maybe
nice
that's
bird.
Late night.
Did you
Nice
vote?
bird. I did. I voted that Andy should not get to pick his thing as the last thing. I was like, nope. No pick for you.
I'm gonna ask Drago if he wants a Sandshrew at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
Before I erase the save data. Like, do you want?
You want to be erased as the Sandshrew you wanted?
Do you want you as a Sandshrew, or do you want me to delete you with the entire universe?
Oh, that. That's fair.
Switch to...
Okay, is that all I really need? How are we doing on this? Do I need more? No, we're okay.
My Ultra Moon team match again. Because I have this. I thought it was a water type because it was a squid. And apparently the squid is a psychic and dark type that learns no water moves. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. And then I caught a...
How do you keep doing that?
Then I caught a Slowpoke. And right now it's my water type. Until I can catch like a... I don't know. Pre-ordered Ghostbusters. Thinking about... I'm gonna get an SD card. So I can
It's actually a good reminder. I should probably buy one.
so I can download Lady Dream Mansion 3 to it. Just in case it's faster load times.
I want to go with one that's fades.
That's why I was asking, what's the biggest one I can have?
Biggest one is like, you can get a terabyte if you want, I think. But they're expensive. 1 terabyte SSD for $325. Or sorry, SD, not SSD. The SD card for a 128, depending on the write speed, is either 150 megabits per second at $30 or $40 for a 170. I think I'm gonna buy the 170.
Just send me a link to whichever the fastest one is.
I don't know if this is the fastest one. This is just the quickest one I found. Probably the one I'm gonna get. It doesn't look like any. Looks like there's some that do have a higher speed than that.
I need the fastest one you can possibly find.
Do you want to pay $200? Okay.
I might.
Okay, then I'll send you the $200 one. It is a 300 megabit per second. It is fast as fuck. But it is $200.
Anything I do for speedrunning.
I wouldn't recommend that. I'm just gonna send you the link to the one I'm getting. It's just gonna be like instead of a 300 meg, it's a 170 meg for $40. That seems asinine to me.
No, what the? I need to take. Okay, fire driving can't be out. He's actually fucking me up.
Nah, good. I need to get an SD card specifically because I don't have enough space to fit some of the games and stuff. Well, it's a good reminder too.
Well, I think Ghostbusters would be kind of big. The preload was 3 gigs so far.
Mm-hmm. Do I want to do this? Not for a long time. At some point I'm going to want to do it though. Do I buy it now or do I buy it later? Buy it now. What else do I need? I should look at that one. Your recipe.
Oh, you spawned right on top of me. Oh, nice. You're the evolved form. I'll catch you. So I'll catch you.
Three boils. That size is 5. divided by 6, like 2 pounds.
Mother. I threw straight that time! I don't understand. I don't understand this.
I think it's however you turn the controller in your hand. Is that how you do it? I don't know. I was just thinking about how it worked in like other like motion control based games. Like if you want to throw to the left, you have to tilt your hand to the left, not throw to the left. Or maybe it is throw to the left. I'm not sure.
Delay. No. Now.
Oh. We get the seal. Yo. Oh.
Yeah, it teases you at the very end.
Yeah, that one juked me too. I was like,
Yeah, run away. I don't want to catch you anyway.
you're like, I didn't want to be your friend. You just go home now. You know, I was gonna give you treats. We would be cool buds. No, you had to be a jerk.
Pretty sure there's another thing I gotta push around. Oh, he was spawning on top of me. That's nice. Oh, unfortunately, I caught one of you. I didn't want to climb up there. I feel like I pushed down the rapids. That's why I'm pushing those boulders into the water.
Is that the idea?
I think.
I mean, that makes sense. I was wondering why you were doing that. I was like, is there a reason for this? And then it's like, oh, okay, that would make some sense. Ooh. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he just don't want to get this Pokeball. You know, Thank you. Nope.
Making myself dinner. I got everything made, I just gotta put it together. Oh, making myself a plate.
It's time. Oh, that doesn't sound good when you're cooking. I already caught one of you people. Oh, fuck this. Oh, I know I didn't. I have to do that counter, though. Thanks for the save, buddy. That floats. Also, why is he flying above the water? Why does my Pokeball just bounce? Oh, late night.
Not a hard time trying to think of any combos. I think that's the problem with Pokemon is I just watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so bored. I have nothing to talk about. There's nothing interesting happening. I'm just Pokemon. I'm just like, please God, for the love of God, something happen so I can have a conversation piece. Magikarp use Splash. It's highly effective against the Pokeball, apparently.
Well, I caught something.
Oh, thank God. See, the thing is, it's like, it's not even like anything that you could do about it. It's just for me, I'm just like, yeah, it's Pokemon! Yeah, we captured Pokemon! Okay. Like, I know where to go with this. This isn't as interesting as you stabbing a hooker in Mankind Divided. Like, you stabbing a woman who did not need to be stabbed or shooting her in the face with a shotgun. I can make jokes. I can make puns. I got somewhere to go with that.
Well,
Pokemon. I got nothing. Oh, we're at Articuno though. Okay. This is actually an event. Wait. I thought you needed the boulders. I missed that.
Okay. Hi, buddy. Ooh, nice cutscene.
Schmancy. I'm a bird!
Oh yeah, to fight you first, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Totally forgot about that.
No.
Time it too. Nice. Damn. Plus we got alcohol too, just that when IT gets finished. My Ghostbusters costume is finished, by the way.
Is it? Oh, that's cool. What kind of alcohol you got?
Mother. Seagrams. Calypso.
It's like ginger ale and rum mixed already?
I don't know.
Calypso's a rum type.
So that's
Nice. I see that. At least Calypso's I believe is a rum. I think it's a rum. I'm pretty sure it's a rum. Is it a rum? I don't remember. Which would make sense because that's a like classic combo. Ginger ale and rum. Add a little lime, you got yourself a dark and stormy.
Oh, way to dope those attacks. I really don't think Splatoon's gonna take me that long to finish.
Probably not. I mean, unless it's like super long for some reason, which I don't imagine it could be. If it is,
If I like the online, I might buy it.
yeah, that was the part I played, and I did not like the online. I did not like the online one bit. Single player looks like it's kind of fun. Okay, that's a little spicier than I thought I made it.
Damn it. I would have stayed playing, but I forgot to record Splatoon.
Oh. Is that what happened?
And I never built the VOD, but the VOD would be too long if I tacked in.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to get an hour off.
That's fair. Ooh. That's exceptionally spicy. I need something to cool my mouth off. Here be.
Bam. Yeah! Bam did it! Now we save. That didn't take as long as I expected.
That was pretty quick.
No, I just have to leave. And technically, I could just go out the way I came. And then fly to Pallet Town, and then go down. But I'm committed. Do you want to make the stream say, name me Fire Gym?
Fire Gym? Flaming Fire Gym?
Name me Fire Gym. Jim. Jimmy Job. Jimmy Jum Jum. I still can't believe that my manager set the fucking air conditioner to the wrong setting.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's even a thing. Like, I'm confused why it has that many settings that would even be a possibility.
It's like, oh, the problem is you have it set for 80. Why was it set for 80? You need to set that at 72 and then it's fine. Oh, that makes too much sense. I love the dude, but... He needs to start getting some shit together, because this week was a shit show. And if I didn't get paid on Friday, I would have called out Friday. Because low-key, I'm a little irritated that I had to be responsible and stay an extra 3 hours. And if that week's paycheck doesn't reflect that much hours, I'm even more pissed.
Yeah, well, that's actually understandably.
I thought that one dude was gonna have the MVP.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna have like a breakdown or something near the end. It was incredibly stressful to have an inspection happen with no manager, with everything not did correctly, and we have all the new people who are not doing stuff the correct way. It's like, oh my god. Can they just shut this door down already?
I mean, if the right things are going, they might.
Where's the exit, Kyle? I want the exit.
You were asking the wrong dude.
Ice beam.
I got no idea.
I have somebody who can learn ice beam. Still no earthquake yet. Hey Robo, can you learn this ice type move for me? You'll be MVP during the dragon dude. Thanks. Oh, I do have drill run. And I can teach Drago drill run. Oh, the ground type move. What does it do again? It's a lot better than dig, tell you what. I mean, probably not as better as dig, but I would like a earth type attack that didn't take 2 turns to do. What's up here? I didn't get you yet, you ran away. I almost ran out of Ultra Balls.
Wow.
Excelente. Excelente. Excelente.
This thing does not care. This thing is a giant bag of nope.
Do gone. More like do nope. Great.
Hey,
you could
finally
argue.
got it.
You could argue that I could do the 100% with this, but then you know I have footage missing from my channel, so gotta start from the beginning again. Ladder down here and ladder right here. Where does this go to? Please be exit. Yeah, you can't wait until we do Digimon, huh?
I don't think I'm going to hang out for late night. I'm just not. I love you. I literally can't watch it. Even Pokemon here, I have to do something else. I cannot watch this game. I'm not gonna lie. I see you play probably about 17% of what you stream. this game, because I can't. I'll fall asleep, dude. Like while I have you up on one screen, I'm editing on one, and then I have the clip I pulled of you because I wanted to name the stream appropriately, which took me a second. And now the stream is named appropriately. But I have to find other things to do. I can't watch this game. I'll fall asleep at my desk. I feel like maybe Digimon's got more to it. Maybe it'll actually maybe it has more to it that I could watch.
I have no idea where the exit is.
Is it not over those rocks?
No, that's what I had to do for get to Articuno.
Oh right, gotcha.
Go up one. There's a ladder over here I didn't check out yet. Nope, this is a dead end.
What? Why? Whatever.
What's wrong?
I just don't know why they pick a dead end.
Okay, for ha-has. This might get me to the exit faster.
Maybe. Could also be that there's a there was an item up there and you may have already gotten it. Maybe.
It probably closes up the others. Yep. Okay, I got that item now. This might be the exit. Yeah, like I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm pre-ordering Ghostbusters, and I'll run it on the Switch until.
So you decide to get it on PC?
I was hoping I can just get like a copy, the non.
I haven't seen physical copies of games in so long. It's all just digital download codes. Even if you buy like TF2 nowadays, or not TF2, like Portal 2, it's not a disc. It's just a piece of paper inside of it that gives you a code.
Well, I'm hoping that code. I was hoping that it won't. It's like, oh, you have to go to the Epic Store. I'm like, okay, this is just bullshit exclusive now. Like,
Probably gonna be that.
that's stupid. I don't want them to hold my games hostage.
I mean, it's just another version of Steam, man. Don't get me wrong, they have a lot of loopholes and things, like a lot of problems. But it's just the same thing. Say Steam does the same thing.
I can find other Steam games on Steam to other platforms.
I don't know of one that's recent. Unless it's like through the developers page. So like you could buy Far Cry through Ubisoft. True. But I mean that's like even Far Cry 5, right? If you buy a physical copy of the game, there's no disc, it's just a download code through Ubisoft Store.
Well, right now I can't get Epic to work, so.
I know. I could probably fix it, but I'm waiting until you actually want me to fix it, because I know you don't want me to fix it. You want a reason for it to be broken. Which is fine. I'm not a fan of the Epic Games Store either.
Wigglypuff? Pikachu?
I might do that. That's a lot.
Wigglypuff is the tanky as fuck. I can't wait for you, the Pokemon series.
literally going to wait until I can somehow play all of them without an emulator. If I need an emulator, it ain't happening. It's been the rule the whole time. Which means the only way I can do it is if I got a what is it, a DS with a capture card port, because those are things. I can get one of those, and then can the DS play Game Boy games?
No.
I don't know how I play the originals.
I don't know how you're gonna do the Game Boy Colors.
Yeah. Unless like I can find an SP with an output, because I know the SP had a output.
Back on the road again. Come on, sing it with me, Kyle.
I don't know it.
We're on the road again.
I know like that. I know that part.
Ooh la la.
I was trying to think of it earlier today, and I couldn't remember it. I couldn't remember the part after. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. And then I'm like,
we're making waffles.
What?
I don't know. Some donkey, you're Shrek.
I didn't know that you're quoting that. It's actually one of my most hated movies. It's probably in the top 10.
Also, you're not insulted that I called you ogre?
Not at all.
I'm a jackass.
I don't think you're a jackass. Even in the context of that. Nah, yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that movie when I was younger and just being like, what the fuck? Why is anyone like this? Why does anyone like this movie? I don't understand. And it's just bad humor. The death of Mike Myers as an actor. And like pop culture references? Why is this a thing?
Wait, I thought Cat in the Hat was the death of Mike Myers.
Was Cat in the Hat first? I'll give you credit if Cat in the Hat was first. I didn't know Cat in the Hat.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
was
okay.
definitely sure. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that Cat in the Hat was the final nail.
No, maybe the final nail. Fine. Okay. He died, they put him in the coffin, and that was the one that kept the coffin shut. I'll agree with that. Fair.
Because, I mean, you might not like it, but it was such a popular movie that
It had popularity.
It had 3 movies.
Look, just because it's popular, don't make it good. And it also is still the death of his acting career. Because, my god, he couldn't get another role outside of it, except for Cat in the Hat. And like, what else did he do? The only thing that he kind of redeemed himself in was he was in Inglourious Bastards as a side character. Apparently he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. Now I gotta look this up. Cat in the Hat was 2003. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm waiting to see something that isn't Shrek, by the way. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. Somehow, the popularity of that was so high that I'm pretty sure he never... no?
Okay, for some reason I think there's a 4th movie, and...
Shrek the Third, then there's Shrek the Halls, which is a TV short. Shrek Forever After? Shrek the Final Chapter in 3D. Is this the 4th movie? Was that a 4th movie? I think that's the 4th movie. It's Forever After. Got it. Apparently they got a 6.3. What did Shrek the Third get? A 6. Apparently the 4th one's an improvement.
Ever so slightly.
I think I saw the first and the second one.
I actually like the second one over the first one.
I actually agree with that sentence.
Because they had more depth and more character development.
Just generally the characters were more interesting. And it wasn't, I mean, it was still pop culture references, but like, there was a world that they were working with, and they were making fun of their own world more than anything else, so it worked better for me. Because the first one was like, oh, it's an interesting idea of the story of the bad guy not being the bad guy and all that jazz. And, okay, cool. there's some concepts in there that are pretty good, but then poorly executed as fuck.
I'm gonna run out of.
By the way, literally all he's done is those things, and also we are both wrong.
We're both wrong.
The final nail in the coffin, Mike Myers' career, was not, indeed, as we would believe it to be, Cat in the Hat. It was the Love Guru. I forgot that movie existed.
So did I.
It came out in 2008.
We should.
5 years. 5 years after Cat in the Hat.
We should.
How?
We should re-block that memory out of our heads again.
I would love to. It's now here forever. Now I'll give again. 2009, the year after, he was General Ed Fenich in the Inglourious Basterds, and he did a good job being a British general. Like, cool, it was fine, but it was all of 2 to 3 minutes on screen. So I wouldn't call it a major role. And then past that, he has not had a major role I can see in a major release. After, I think it's after The Love Guru, there's nothing outside of Shrek Forever After. Sorry, I forgot. That's a movie, apparently. And then Donkey's Christmas, Shrektacular, Shrek's Yule Log, a short, okay, Shrek's Thrilling Tales as Shrek. And then he's on Saturday Night Live, which he's been on since 1989, and that's fair. He probably came on for a little bit. The Gong Show, which is apparently a very weird sketch comedy show. Might be good. And he was in Bohemian Rhapsody as Ray Foster. Which, okay, important character shit. And then Austin Powers 4 is rumored to happen.
Oh
that
my
could
god.
be the resurgence of a career.
I could either make his career...
Like, he either come back, or he will literally go down in more flames than we've ever seen him go down.
That's when after the plane crashes, an earthquake, and it swallows the plane.
Like, my god.
Why? Why make an Austin Powers movie now?
I mean, I'm game for it.
But
I can see it being good.
I don't know, but everyone who I don't know. I don't think kids nowadays would like that sort of shit.
You know, Austin Powers isn't a kids movie, right?
Yes, but I know teenagers and.
See, here's the thing.
Shit.
The question is, will adults go see it? If it's a rated R film, will adults go see it? And will teenagers?
Were they rated R?
They were rated at. I were rated at least 13 plus.
I was gonna say that was not rated R. There was no blood, even with the like.
There was a lot of nudity and references though, and I'm curious what that.
A man got ran over by a.
Yeah.
The very slow.
PG-13. So they're all PG-13. So I guess that's
they never
fair.
actually showed any death. Just implied the death.
They implied a lot of death. There's a lot of sexual innuendos. And there's a
lot
lot of other things.
I'm gonna look up my favorite clip.
But I guess that would still be PG-13 though.
Can you
So-
get on this island? Thank you.
So as a PG-13 movie, I guess that's fair. Would teenagers go see it? Probably not.
Hey, let's look at my Austin Powers. Ah, got me.
There's apparently a TV movie that I never saw, Austin Powers.
Here we go.
What's going on here?
Steady now. Steady. Hands up!
Do you remember me? Austin Powers.
I don't recall your name, but your Fez is familiar.
My name is Mustafa. And I'm the
I don't
man
know.
who
It
will
might
be killing...
it might work.
Nope, Gorilla's
Who
dead.
sent you?
You'll have to kill
Who
him.
sent you? Who sent you?
Kiss my ass, coward.
Who sent you?
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil. Huh, that was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Why did you tell us?
Why did you tell us?
I can't stand to be asked the same question 3
I
times.
can't stand
It just
be
irritates
asked,
me.
can't stand to be
Evil hiding?
Why would he tell
asked
me?
the same
I'm just
question
one of
3
his
times. It
low-level
irritates me.
functionaries.
Where is Dr. Evil
I'm
hiding?
You'll have to torture me. I'll never tell you.
Where's Dr. Evil hiding? Damn, 3 times.
He's hiding in the secret volcano layer.
Secret
Where's
volcano lair.
Dr. Evil's
Evil's
secret
secret
volcano
volcano
lair?
I spit at the question.
Do I really have to
Brother.
ask you 2 more times?
Do I really
Go
ask you
to
2 more
hell,
times?
Fine.
Fine.
Where
Where is
Dr.
Dr.
Evil's
Evil's secret
volcano
volcano lair?
I will take it to the grave with me.
Aha! You have to answer. He asked you 3 times.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
You don't get it.
The second question was, do I really have to ask you 2 more times? So that would be the first question in a new line of questioning and wouldn't count in the other line of questioning.
He's right. Well, if I'm just trying to get information from you, man, I don't need any consistency in the questions, do I?
No, you're preaching to the converted.
Well, if I'm preaching to the converted, then why are you being so slavish to the 3-question form is my question. You're not even looking at me, man. Now you're just being rude. You know what I mean? You're not listening, man. Oh, crikey.
Well, Austin, I think this time you may have finally met your match.
Those movies are actually okay.
I've beaten Dr.
Like as
Evil
movies, they're
before, and I'll
alright.
beat
They're
him
like
again.
Monty Python skits, just long, and I'm game for that. Well, yeah, no. The last thing that he made that he was like the lead in that I can see, that I know of. There might be something in here that I don't know that he was the lead.
I found a cliff. I'm fairly badly injured. I think my legs are broken.
They are broken.
I was trying to get up.
Toss me a band-aid or some antibacterial cream. I'm in an extraordinary
Ounce of pain.
large amount of pain. The bone has gone through the skin. I feel it might be gangrenous. The wound is beginning to smell a little like almonds, which is not good. Please?
Trying to think if there's anyone else I know whose career
Sorry.
I'm trying to
started
relax.
pretty strong, like this, and then died like this. Cause you got Wayne's World, which is like, all right, you're not gonna keep talking, right? Wayne's World 2, which was pretty good from what I remember. You had the Saturday Night
Zippy
Live,
zap.
the Saturday Night Live stuff, and then he makes Austin Powers, which was great. And then he makes Shrek.
You're gonna make Shrek. He was in Shrek.
If he wasn't there, that movie would have fallen. He made that goddamn movie. Like, that movie would have gone nowhere without him. IMO. The only reason that movie worked is because it was him, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz. 3 amazingly talented people that put decent voice acting work. Without them, that movie would not have been made. So he made that movie. But like, all the things to it, it's like all those, and then what happens? Like, they do Goldmember, which flops. I think partially because that was like the weakest of all the movies that they made. There's some good
Yeah.
parts, but it is the weakest. And then we get Cat in the Hat. Oh god. And then we get Shrek 2. Oh god.
No? Oh, is it?
And then we get Shrek the Third, and then we get the Love Guru, and then we get Shrek Forever After.
I wonder if I can catch a glitch Pokemon out here. Hey, I'm at the city. Let's go to Pokemon Center first.
But I can't think of anyone else whose career started that strong and then failed that spectacularly. Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. Maybe. He hasn't been anything recently.
In a
has he?
while. Mm-mm. But there's a couple. I mean, oh no, he is. He's gonna be in something. You're forgetting it. You're blocking it out of your memory, and I don't blame you.
Oh no! Why'd you remind me? Also,
I think. Hold on. If that movie works, it's because he's that role. Okay. That's the only reason that movie's gonna work.
That's gonna be the only good part of that movie.
I know exactly. So like, as much as you don't want to remember it, that's the best part to remember. Okay.
Yeah, I need to go and get the other fossil in Pewter City. Pewter City.
Let me see. Jim Carrey did Pet Detective.
By the way, I read somewhere that even he's not thinking that movie's gonna do that well.
No, he isn't.
It's gonna be his Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yes, it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. 'Cause I'm reading through this man's list, and never mind. Horton Hears a Who. What is it with Dr. Seuss killing everybody? Serious, don't start. If you're an actor and you're listening to this, or an actress, you're listening to this. Don't ever take work as a voice actor for a Dr. Seuss movie. Period.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Dr. Seuss movies also kill the Dr. Seuss books.
They do, but I'm not like I'm pretty serious. All of them. After that, there's I got nothing. I've got nothing of quality movies in his list. Like 2008, it's that. Before that, it's the number 23. I think it's a pretty meh movie. It was definitely weird.
You know what I miss? The Mask. The first Mask, not the second Mask.
I forgot. I've never seen the second.
The
I didn't even know there
Mask.
was one. Nope, no
just
idea.
be glad you've never seen it. It's bad.
Nope.
It's
I know
bad.
The Mask is a thing, and The Mask is an amazing movie. I didn't even know until fairly recently when someone brought it up that Son of the Mask even existed.
It shouldn't.
I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah, Sonic comes out when
Wait,
you
Jim
come,
Carrey's
right?
not even in the Son of the Mask, apparently.
He is not. He got some rando. Doesn't matter, he's not even in it. It's the dog
Yeah.
and a baby fighting over the mask.
Yeah. What is this? Why does this sound familiar? Yeah, it's like 2000s. 2000. I don't want to say 2004 because it's Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, which is one of the best movies out there. It's not, but it is a good movie. It's a solid movie. And then Series of Unfortunate Events, the movie.
I want to say I watched that, but I vaguely don't remember watching that.
It was okay.
And then there's the Netflix stuff that I didn't watch yet.
Netflix stuff is better. It's better than the movie.
Oh, isn't Jim Carrey in the
Netflix?
Netflix one? Who plays the
No.
Olaf?
It's I have to look up a movie he's in because I can't remember his name, even though Neil Patrick Harris.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris does a really good job as that role. It works really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't go in the gym right now. I had to go through the. It's locked. Quiz time.
Oh, there is Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2? What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't know they made a sequel in 2014?
No. Was it like
Yeah, they made a sequel in 2014.
Was it direct to DVD?
Nope. Major release.
That was not.
It actually has Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey in it, and Rob Riggle, and like a lot of the people from the originals.
I thought they were gonna make a Bill and Ted movie though. I thought they were teasing that.
They have been teasing that. Look up Keanu, whose career has done nothing but take off. That man's Bill and Ted Face the Music is the movie that's supposed to happen in 2020.
Face
Like-
Invasion. That,
I mean, it sounds good. That sounds like a good title, right?
I mean, the first two are actually
Pretty
two
good.
Two of them
Good
are actually
movies.
good.
We ain't getting George Carlin.
Oh.
Yep, he's gone. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But like,
So-
all right, let's see. What do we got here? Now that I'm on Keanu Reeves' page, this man's career has just done nothing but take off. Like, okay.
I like he started out strong, then he went to mediocrity, and then he just skyrockets to superstardom.
I don't know that he went to mediocrity.
There's a part of his career that was just.
Well, no, because here's the thing. There are some movies, but I would say that like, if you don't like The Matrix, then maybe. But if you like The Matrix, only the last Matrix is where it went down, in my opinion, right? Which is the last. The last one was in 2003.
Are you
Wow,
ready?
both
Are you-
Reloaded and Revolutions were in 2003. I didn't know that.
Are you ready for me to get lost? Because I'm definitely gonna get lost in here.
I wouldn't be surprised. Looks like a freaking maze. But here's the thing. In 2005, like 2 years later, he made Constantine, which is a really good movie.
Because I heard bad things about that one.
Dude, I like Constantine. I like that movie a lot. I highly recommend it. It's a really good like rendition of what that's based off of. I like it. Some people who are like fans of the original like books that it was off of, they're like, oh, it's just garbage.
Comic,
I
you
think
mean?
they did a good job. Yeah, it was a graphic novel, so I called it a book. But yeah,
Going upstairs.
because it didn't have the continual release. But here's the thing: I will give you this. Between 2005 and 2014, which is John Wick, there is a lot of downtime here where he didn't really do much. And the thing is, I don't know of any of these movies to be... Here's the thing, the other two, we're talking Jim Carrey, and we're talking Mike Myers. A movie came out that was so bad it's known bad. I don't think he's had one of those. Like, he was just kind of gone for 9 years. The Day the Earth Stood Still? That might be it, actually. That might be it. That might be the movie that's so bad. But it didn't kill his career. I didn't even come close. He just back. Street Kings? Yeah, but that wasn't Lake House. I didn't see the Lake House. Didn't see that. Didn't see that.
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods? That's a pretty good movie. I like it. He was okay. He was okay. But like, yeah, even The Day the Earth Stood Still is like still moderately well rated.
Who's that actor who does The Mummy?
Oh, I have to look up The Mummy because I don't remember his name off the top of my head. No, not the 2017 one. No one cares about that one.
Hey, look, a
We care
burglar.
about Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. I don't know. He hasn't been in anything either, has he?
Good question. Looking now. A lot of TV shows. Like between 2015 and 2019, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major TV shows. 8 TV shows he's been a part of.
What is he in?
Texas Rising, The Affair, Trust, Condor, Doom Patrol, Professionals, and Titans. Apparently, he's in. Only for an episode, however.
No, what is he?
Because Doom Patrol, because he was in Doom. So, because he's Robot Man. So, fair.
I heard
Um,
okay things about Doom Patrol. I heard that people are surprised that it's actually okay.
I got nothing on that one. I have not seen it.
Although I'm surprised that they don't have Beast
Wait
Boy
a minute.
in that one.
Is this a movie?
Cool. Locked door.
Have you heard of this movie? The Mummy: Tomb of the Dragon Emperor?
Yes. That is the one with his son being like the slightly more lead.
I didn't know that was a movie.
That's a movie.
I remember The Mummy Returns. I remember The Mummy. I honestly thought they did. I remember The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, and I remember they did The Scorpion King. I didn't know this movie even existed, because I thought that Scorpion King, which is a fucking awful movie, killed the franchise. Apparently I'm wrong, and they made Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Which was still not that very good. What do I remember
First of all, The Mummy Returns isn't a very good movie. It's just nostalgia for me, because it came out in 2001. The Mummy's actually pretty good, the original is. The second one isn't even that good. Why did you make a fourth? What was the... How well did the Scorpion King do?
I mean, it has The Rock in it. It must be good.
A CG'd rock that looks like it's from, like, 1992? Didn't do well.
Has The Rock. How bad could it be?
It doubled its box office. It doubled its budget, which is okay.
That man is like printing. It's like if you put him in something, it's like you're just printing money.
Well, the thing is, they didn't put him in. Almost at all. I think he had a couple scenes. No, he was in. No. You're right. All the human parts. I forget. My bad. I forget. I always forget that movie prior to the part where he becomes Scorpion King. Crazy ridiculousness. And like, for some reason, my brain always just sees him as the Mummy Returns Scorpion King, and not the actor one. So he was the actor in it, which is fair. But still, hold on. What did that gross then? Hold on. So if that grossed that, the Mummy grossed. Wow, the Mummy grossed 5 times its budget in box office. The Mummy Returns grossed
and made a
4 times
and spawned a cartoon series, which was pretty
Yeah.
okay.
So that's 4 times, right? So 4 times. Tomb of the Dragon. Tomb of the Dragon made 3 times its budget in box office, with a budget of $145 million. It made 400, so almost 3 times, in the box office. It did better, by and large, than the Scorpion King did.
I don't want to battle you.
And I've never heard of this movie. I gotta watch a movie now.
What?
2008?
Dragon Emperor? Don't do it.
I have to.
No, it's not good though.
I've seen 3 out of 4, and this movie grossed better than the Scorpion King.
But it's still bad.
Is it? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I didn't even know this was a thing.
I'm saying it's bad.
Also, Jet Li's in this movie. How could it be bad? Jet Li, what did they do to you? How did they get you in on this? Also, holy shit, I just saw a picture of Brendan Fraser from recent. That man is a chunky boy now. He has put on weight. I remember him being super slim, and now he is a thick unit.
So are you doing 100% in Breath of the Wild?
No. God, no. I'm not doing the Korok seeds.
Oh.
Fuck that.
I was confused because it looked like you're just grabbing the sword.
No, I'm gonna do all the shrines.
Ah.
And you need the shrines to get the sword. I want to do side quests and shrines.
You better put on the green outfits at the end.
I'm not putting that shit on. Fuck that. If I can, I'll fight him naked. I'd rather do that. Link don't need no green outfit. OOT taught me that shit. Shit. The original taught me that shit. Green outfit was it the worst?
Pikachu's dead. Oh no.
Is he?
He's not. Never mind.
Look at that. Brazilian ass Pikachu. Force standing. That zip zap.
Big Drago, do you want any of these guys? Andy. Oh, come on out, Stanza. Or like, Stanza's like, I'm gonna pre-order it tonight. I'm like, I already beat you to it.
Yeah, but if you get this on PC, you know you might actually have problems. Because out of everybody, I think Stanza is one of the few people that could probably beat your runs if he put his mind to it.
Oh yes, steel types don't get toxic. That makes sense.
Be like trying to poison electronics. Oh, Jet Li. What does your IMDb look like? I just have to look at this. Because I know he's been in great stuff and terrible stuff. Apparently he's going to be the Emperor in Mulan. I don't plan to see that movie because I don't care about Mulan. But a lot of people don't want to see that movie because of the main actress saying really stupid shit.
I think they're taking out musicals.
Are they taking out the? Why would you take out the best part of that movie? Was the musicals? Those are the only parts that even I will say were good.
I think they went more like, I don't know,
Action hero-y.
Action hero-y, and they're taking out the musical. And like, you do know, like, make a man out of you.
Like,
And
it's the only reason anyone knows this movie.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why are you doing this?
I don't know, because they want to just watch everything rot.
Again,
Who knows? You know what I'm gonna laugh? It's gonna come out, and then every kid's gonna love it. It's gonna be the next hit. It's gonna be the next Fortnite.
you know,
And then I'm gonna go, all right, I know why they did it, because they wanted to hit the audience. And then, you know what? Maybe they will.
you know what? I know how everyone's like pissed off that the actor for the Little Mermaid is African American. I'm upset that she's not ginger.
Why is that? Never understood these things. I mean, I can understand it when it's like, it makes sense with like the background, I guess.
I swear to God, they take out Under the Sea, then they just want it to fail.
I mean, that should. I mean, or at least they should have some kind of music in there. Maybe you don't do the same songs. Maybe you do new.
Nope,
That's
you have to have
fine.
Under the Sea.
Why?
That's like
Well, they can
top-
do stuff that might be good.
top Disney song for me.
Is it?
Yeah, it's that and Be Our Guest, which I loved in the other poorly made remake.
You're like, poorly made, but at least they had this.
At least they have my
It's bad.
favorite song. So much
See, I
that-
could see them doing like new songs, and it'd be fine. And then maybe you have like little things that are like
What did
tidbits.
what did the Mulan actress say?
Oh, that she's in support of the way that the Chinese police are dealing with the current like overthrowing of the government,
Oh.
including them like torturing citizens. I mean, she didn't say that directly, but she said that she agrees with the police of China and Hong Kong. Which I mean, you can if you would like to, but that looks like a police state as fuck thing to me. That looks like Tiananmen Square Part 2 is happening. So I don't know that I agree with that. A lot of people are upset about that. Me, I just don't care about Mulan. Like Tiananmen Square Part 2 is happening, and you're going, I agree with the government. Probably a bad choice. Sounds like doublethink. Sounds like a lot of doublethink.
God, it's toasty here. Also, I might not wear my costume until I have the Luigi hat. Because I want that to
Does
be
it
part
fit?
of my uniform?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. I already washed
Does
it.
Does it fit well?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing you want is something that'll chafe you, right?
The belt's kind of short, but if I suck in my gut really hard, I can get the belt on.
Is this a movie?
If you're reading on IBTV, it must be a movie, at least.
Or something. It has to be a thing. Because they do video games and stuff too. I'm just making sure. Is this a movie? This is a movie. Why is this a movie? I'm gonna watch a trailer for a movie. And I'm gonna put myself back in the mind of being in 2002. Oh. Okay.
I have no idea how this works. No, turning it doesn't work either. Oh. Oh, nice. No, you couldn't let me have that accomplishment. I'll probably get this done next week. It's 2 gyms tonight, hopefully.
And then Elite Four
and then have Elite Four and then MewTwo. Because
So apparently, okay, did you ever see this movie? You might have. Maybe you'll have a different. Looney Tunes back in action.
yes.
That is the most trash-looking movie I have seen in a long time. It looks like they took a Brendan Fraser movie, and they went, alright, so we can't make it just a movie about going to get a diamond. What do we gotta do? How can we get people to watch this?
People.
I got it.
People.
Looney Tunes.
People.
Let's
like,
desecrate one of the best animations ever made by putting them into a shit movie with Brendan Fraser and,
People like that Roger Rabbit movie, right? Right? Let's do the same thing, but with a diamond.
No. Let's not have any of the plot of Roger Rabbit about how it's a world coexisting that's actually complicated and well made and well crafted and has a lot of things, 2 animation things coming together. They're 2 different animation teams, just fucking mind blowing in its own way. And on top of that, they intentionally had to have Bugs Bunny and they had to have Mickey Mouse on screen for the exact same amount of time with the exact same amount of dialogue in order to get the movie made. No. Let's make a Looney Tunes movie with the exact same kind of animations as the Looney Tunes side. Brendan Fraser, find a diamond. Why is that a why is that a thing? And here's the thing: is I thought about it. It came out in 2003, and I was just like, let me imagine 2003, 12-year-old me. What would I have thought watching this? And realistically, I would have gone, oh, why are they hunting for a diamond? Why does this matter? Why is any of this happening?
Because
what is
they
going
fired
on?
Donald Duck. They fired Daffy Duck. And
That's
then-
not in the trailer, so fair, because that's not in the trailer.
Do it. So do you want to know the beginning plot of it?
I'm very curious because, hold on, from the trailer, all I got is their evil head of Acme Corporation wants a diamond, sends the bad guys to go get the diamond. Brendan Fraser's a good guy and has to go get the diamond. And then the Looney Tunes are coming along with him. That is the extent of it.
That's the overall plot.
That's all I got. I have no idea why Brendan Fraser's doing it. I have no idea why any of this is happening.
So Brendan
And in
Fraser,
fact, it looked so bad, I wish I could go back in time and erase it from history.
so Brendan Fraser is.
Like, I would not stop Hitler, I would stop this movie.
Do you want to know?
I do! I'm very curious.
Okay, so Brendan Fraser's character is a son of a famous spy actor who is actually a real-life spy. And in the beginning of the movie, they, I don't know, Daffy fucked up his lines or something? I don't know. But they fired Daffy Duck. So Daffy's been following around Brendan Fraser. And Brendan Fraser goes home to his father's house, finds out that his father's actual spy, who needs him to find the diamond because he got captured. And the Warner Brothers kind of figured out, oops, we fired Daffy Duck. That was probably a bad idea. Yo, Bugs, go get Daffy back. Because, you know, most of the skits don't work without Daffy Duck! So, but now Bugs there too. And it's a wacky adventure that takes him to Area 51.
Okay.
And they finally find the crystal monkey.
As far as I saw, all it was a blue monkey, a blue diamond, or whatever.
That turns people into monkeys if you attach it to a laser beam.
That is in the middle of the forest, from what I saw. There are very few things I wish did not exist in this world. I wish this movie did not exist. I have another bad movie I gotta watch. All right, so Brendan Fraser. I gotta go through Brendan Fraser's list. I gotta watch all this stuff. I gotta watch it. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Gotta watch it.
Ooh, I love that one actually. I know it's bad, but I liked it.
It's actually, so it depends who you ask. I've heard good and bad about that one.
I actually really like that one. That's one of my favorite ones, other than, you know, the original Mummy.
Yeah. That one I've heard good and bad things about. I've heard mix.
By the way, I stumbled upon the right way, which I'm kind of happy about.
You just found it. Nice.
Is this Earthquake?
And then I gotta watch it. There's a movie called Inkheart.
Never heard of it.
Brendan Fraser, and his daughter, Maggie, not Maggie, have the ability to bring storybook characters to life by just reading out loud.
The fuck?
This gift backfires when he accidentally summons Capricorn, the evil villain of the novel Inkheart. Mo and Maggie must find a way to send him back to his literary realm. But the task is will not be easy. For the malefactor, for the bad guy likes his new world, and will not leave it voluntarily. Made in 2009, it made. This tells you about a movie, by the way. Like nothing else really matters for the most part. Like some movies, they don't do well in the box office, and it's because they were like too niche or too ahead of their time or too weird. There's things like that. They can still be good movies. However, that movie, not niche and not that weird. Its budget was $60 million. It made 62. Someone got fired over this movie.
Well,
Many people got fired over this movie.
Well, at least they got
By the way,
back.
No. Because when you make a movie, you promise. So let's say I was funding your movie, right?
Okay.
If I'm funding your movie, generally you promise me a percentage of return on top of me making my money back. I highly doubt they promised everybody all of, I don't know, 3% to be split amongst everybody who put money in. Generally, whatever you put in, you want to get like a percentage back, a good amount back. So somebody got fired. For sure. By the way, when a movie makes under its budget, that's one of the reasons it's so bad. Is because now the people who funded this movie are not making a dime back. They've lost money. These people made a little money. They made it even. You know what? That's enough to go, hey, you promised me this and I didn't get this. Gone, gone, gone. Out of the industry. Gone, gone, gone. My god. He made a movie called Furry Vengeance. Holy shit! I gotta watch this movie. 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Can you not attack?
7%? Furry Vengeance. Here you go. Description. When Dan Sanders, Brendan Fraser, takes a job overseeing construction of supposedly green housing development in the Oregon woods, he thinks his greatest challenge will be helping the urban-oriented
Oh
family.
no! Not Woody
What?
the Woodpecker.
What?
I don't know. I just have flashbacks.
That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about Furry Vengeance. I'll look up Woody the Woodpecker in a second. I'm curious about this now.
Your description. Ah, God. Oh, God.
Brooke-
I forgot that movie exists until I heard that description.
Brooke Shields and Matt Prokop adjust to to country life while simultaneously trying to keep his demanding boss happy. But when local animals learn that Dan is in charge of their habitat's destruction, the fur flies and all out battle between man and nature. Is 7%. I'm now going to look up Woody Woodpecker to give you an idea. I actually think I saw that movie. I remember it pretty well, actually.
Okay. Remember why
Yes.
I remember why I never liked Woody the Woodpecker to begin with. The annoying
Hold on.
Fuck. Who
Do you,
thought that was a
wanna-
good?
do you want the worst part?
It's like 50%.
It's 13%. It is 2 times, almost, Furry Vengeance.
God, that movie. Oh, God. that
Woody
movie.
must protect his forest from Lance Walters, who is starting to build his dream mansion in the forest with his son Tommy. My God, this plot sounds familiar. And fiancee Vanessa. To make matters worse, he must avoid the clutches of 2 grizzly poachers.
Oh God, look at that.
My God. Oh my God. Do you want to know the box office in comparison?
Please tell me they flopped so hard.
It flopped, but budget $10 million. They made that movie on $10 million. Box office $15 million. 50% return. It's better than like Inkheart or a lot of the movies actually.
Yes. Oh God. Oh God, I forgot. Such a bad movie.
Putting that on the list. Hold on, I'm gonna create a folder now.
You gotta,
Bookmark.
I was gonna say you should
Movies. Woody Woodpecker movie.
See if
Going
any
in
of
there.
these. See if any
Furry
of these
Vengeance.
are on
Going in there.
Netflix.
Inkheart. Going in there. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Should
I've
have
never
a-
seen it. Going in there. Looney Tunes. Going in there. What was the other one? The Mummy Dragon, Tomb Dragon thingy. Yeah, you go in there.
I was just need to watch that one either, but okay.
Oh, well, they're all going in. I want bad movies right now. Woody Woodpecker, 13%. All right, Rotten Tomatoes. What's your worst of your worst?
Give me your negative numbers.
Yeah.
Can they go negative?
No. I believe the lowest I've ever seen is a 1.
Because you know someone
Sort-
has to like something.
Yeah, there's always going to be somebody who'll be like, okay, this is pretty good. We're looking at everything between 1 or 0 and let's go 30%. And then let's go by release date. So recent. Ooh, apparently that's a flop. Audience score is pretty good though. Men in Black International.
Ugh.
Apparently it's a flop.
I was say.
Let me rephrase this. I don't know if it's a flop, but 22%. Although hold on, that's critics. Audience gives it 66. So that's actually a good sign.
I never
normally.
understood that movie.
Men in Black?
Well, no, the international Men in Black. Like, but they deal with outer space. How's there a department for international?
Oh, I don't know. I always thought that Men in Black was like supposed to, I always thought that the original one was like a US organization that happened to work with the world. I'm wondering if this is more of like a worldly version of it. But fair. It's a fair critique to start. It's fair. Holy shit, there's a 0%. There's 2. And one of them has no consensus, critic consensus, no consensus yet, 25%. Okay, no critics have reviewed this. Morgan Freeman and John Travolta are in the movie. It's called The Poison Rose, and it had a 0%, and I got scared. Because I was gonna go, what?
What? Morgan Freeman's in a 0% movie?
Morgan Freeman and John Travolta. Like,
Morgan Freeman alone.
there's certain people that you kind of just see to go, how's that a thing?
Here we go, first question! Pusta. Which of these is a Spitfire Pokemon? Magmar. I like his dance. Woo, woo.
Like, mild hip thrust.
Quiz time. How many gym badges certify you as a Pokemon League? 8.
John Travolta trading paint. Travolta, what are you doing? Travolta, do you not know what to do with your life anymore? How do you have another 0%? It's got a 33 from the audience. The other one had 25. Travolta, what are you doing? Killing speeds, or speed kills. Another Travolta movie? Another Travolta movie. With a 36. Travolta, how many movies did you do this year? That's 2018.
True or false? Contains tombs. I think that's false because I don't think that's actually a move. Okay. Which could be a move at this point in the game.
John Travolta has done how many movies? Why are these all 0%? Maybe this is a thing. Maybe this is a thing. Maybe this is like an internet meme
Okay,
thing.
so I don't know which one's the right answer. I think it's an old guy in sunglasses. Yeah. I insulted you and you tell me I'm correct.
Oh, that is just very self-aware, right? Alright, maybe I should remove the 0%. Hold on, we're gonna go to 1%. Solely because I feel like some of these are just the internet trolling. Okay, 1% and onward.
Do,
What is this?
You know, I still want to rewatch Cinderella Man.
Good movie. Very solid. See, I'm like scrolling through like anything that's like anything I know.
I need to watch Rocky movies.
At some point, you should watch Rocky 1 for sure. Original. Anything after that. I mean, the problem is, here's the thing. You probably know so much about it, and it's probably not going to be that interesting to you because there's so many other things that, if you watch it and you think about every movie that movie influenced, it's amazing. And for me, I watched that movie before I watched any of the movies influenced. But if you were to watch it straight, you might be like, this is boring and predictable. And it's like, yes, because it is the story that everyone ripped off. Like, it is the story that everybody took from. So that's the only thing about that one, is you might not like it because you've seen it so many times already. But I would recommend it.
Eddie, you're laying me down, buddy.
Oh, there's Woody Woodpecker. There we are. Okay. Okay. And it's 13%. Geostorm. Wait, is this the one you watched?
Geostorm?
Geostorm.
I don't have I only have Max potion. I don't have like a full heal. Okay, I can deal with this, I guess.
Wait.
I really don't remember that sci-fi original movie.
sci-fi original? This might be it.
All I remember is... I can't remember anymore. I just remember them going to an asteroid.
Yeah, I have a picture of him in space. I got space. Hold on. After an unprecedented series of natural disasters threaten the planet, the world's leaders come together to create an intricate network of satellites to control the global climate and keep everyone safe.
Okay.
But now something has gone wrong. The system built to protect Earth is attacking it. And it becomes a race against the clock to uncover the real threat behind the world geostorm. Wipes out everything and everyone on it, along with it. I don't think this is the movie you saw, because it's 2017 and we talked about that one a long time ago. Also, side note, I know this movie. 16%? Pretty fair. It's like pretty accurate, pretty accurate right there.
They don't do sci-fi movies anymore, do they?
They do, but they're not. Sci-fi's got so many things that it can just rerun, and also because Sharknado, they just do it.
Did the last Articuno come out yet? Damn.
Sharknado.
Way to crit me, buddy. I'm trying to set up on you too. Doing the sword dance and everything.
2, 3, 4, Fourth Awakens. Global Swarming was the one we saw. That was the last one we saw was 5.
We don't
The last
talk-
Sharknado, It's About Time.
You know what I want out of the new Star Wars movie?
What? I'm waiting because I know it's gonna be stupid. Whatever you're about to say, I'm just gonna be like, okay, Doc.
Like when they show off like a hooded figure dude and have like the
I know what you want.
voiceover,
Hold on.
And he
I
goes
want it
to
to be
take-
Jar Jar too.
and they take off the hood and
I
Jar
want it to be
Jar.
Jar Jar too because Palpatine being alive is them going back to the books that they shouldn't do because the books sucked. If anyone hears this who's a fan of the books, I apologize, but like I hate the books. Books that continued after the original trilogy are trash. They are the equivalent
Didn't
to reading
Luke
the
go
Dune
like
books.
super angsty and become evil?
Everything went angsty. Everything went shit. It's like the books. It's like the Dune books that are not written by Frank Herbert, but written by his son. His son's a good dude, but he just can't do it, and he writes in such a way that's kind of trash. And then those books were that bad. Like just no, nope. None of this needs to exist.
Robo. Level 50.
Football's over 50.
I still think I'm gonna have trouble with Leave 4.
The last Sharknado, It's About Time. Google. It is not on anywhere we can watch for free except for Hulu, which you need a subscription for. Outside of that, it's
As soon as you said that the books were trash, my one other viewer left. I don't know if it's a coincidence.
It also might be because I muted your stream.
I also have my mute on my laptop and it's still showing me on here.
If you have it muted, do you have it muted on the tab or the actual?
On
So if
the
you have it
actual.
muted on the actual, it will not show you as a viewer. So those are two. So those viewers are outside of that. If you mute the tab, it'll count as a viewer. That's how Twitch checks to see if people have muted something and then left the screen. At least that's what I've been
Robo,
informed.
can you be the savior that we need in this beta chat
Oh,
later?
the new mummy.
The new mummy?
The new mummy, the 2017 one, is a 16%. 35 from audience. That's not very redeeming.
Stop. Just make something original. Well, there's nothing original.
Well, hold on. I'll give them. Hold on. The credit for this is they took the. They could have called it a different movie, and maybe it would have worked, because it's literally it's like Tom Cruise as the main guy. Okay, fine. And then the idea is that it's actually not it's not campy, it's not silly, it's not funny. It's almost an action horror movie. And then the woman, and then the mummy that follows them throughout it is this woman who's just been sucks everyone's souls out. And it's just, if as a horror movie or as an action movie, it could work if it wasn't called the fucking Mummy. But here's the thing. This was supposed to be the Mummy, as in the old school Frankenstein, the Mummy, and Dracula, the Mummy.
Because they were going to do that
Because they were going to make something out of it. Exactly. That's probably not happening because 16% tells me they shouldn't. But then again, DC keeps making movies, so fuck do I know.
Oh, did you hear?
I know. We'll see how long it lasts. There's no way they can pull out Spider-Man forever. If they do, they're just shooting themselves in the foot.
Which one's being the greedy ass in this situation? I think it's Disney.
Both. Both of them are, if we're being honest.
What I heard was like Disney wants 50-50.
Which is fair because they're the ones producing the movie.
Oh, that is fair, but
it is. And it's nothing. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. And then in them talking about the deals, instead of having a discussion and going for a lower number, or trying to understand the point, that maybe that is as low as they want to go because they're the ones producing it and they're the ones putting it out there, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is owned by Disney, and not only that, but the Disney Fox thing probably shouldn't go to Fox anymore because anyway, a bunch of other reasons. Fox went, we're pulling them, and we're gonna make our own movies. And my brain went,
you're rebooting
how?
Him again. You're fucking rebooting Spider-Man again.
Well, here's the thing. If I were Disney, you know what I would do? I'd call up Tom Holland, I'd call up all the people, and I would go, cool. Those movies existed, and they existed in our timeline, which means we have the rights to attribute anything that happened in those movies to our new movie. So if we can attribute anything that happened in those movies to our new movie, the only thing we can't attribute is the Spider-Man title. Make him the Iron Spider. Just do it.
Wait, isn't that Spider-Man though still?
Here's the thing. They don't own the rights to Spider-Man as a entirety. They own the rights to specific parts of Marvel. They don't necessarily own the rights to spin-offs like the Iron Spider.
Or, they just, since he's wanted now, he could be in hiding with a new hero name. With a new costume.
Right.
It could totally work.
He could be the Spanish monkey dude.
So
whatever the heck they called him in that was great. But but you see my point though. They don't have to use his name, and I don't know that they have to necessarily remove Tom Holland, because I don't see what would, unless the contract stated that Tom Holland is part of Spider-Man and is Spider-Man in there from Fox. There's nothing that tells me that they can't do that, and I would love for them to just pull the rug out from under them and be like, "Fuck you."
I saw a great GIF earlier today. It was when Tom Holland finds out he has to be in a Fox produced Spider-Man movie, and there's a clip of him in Tony Stark's arms turning to dust.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'd be tempted to say that by removing Kevin Feige, you changed the deals of the contract, and therefore the contract's null and void. It depends on how the contract was written, though. I really hope he has a good lawyer, because there are ways out of that in theory.
Wait, doesn't Fox also own Fantastic Four?
They do.
Weren't they gonna do Fantastic Four?
They were.
They're not gonna do it now.
I don't care if they do. They've never done it right once.
Yeah, but it's
They're
Marvel.
not gonna get it right now. Nope, they've not got it right once.
Marvel hasn't tried it yet, or Disney.
Disney has not tried it. Marvel has. Marvel Cinematic has. No one's gotten it right. I don't know how, but no one knows how to do it. We've tried it many times. It's never worked. First of all, the Fantastic Four are just generally boring. And the only reason I want it to work is Doom. The only character that matters. And you know what? No one knows how to make Doom Doom. I don't know how. Make him from Latvia. Make it so he protects his country. Make him a madman, but with a reason. And voila, you've done it. But apparently we missed all these steps, and he's got to be a hacker who comes out of a trash van. I don't know. So I don't trust anybody to make that character, to make it work. I just don't. I don't think it's a thing that's gonna happen. I think it's like expecting us to get a good, I would say that, but I don't know that, I wouldn't say that. A good Ghost Rider movie, there you go. They don't exist. Doesn't matter. They don't exist.
I like the first one.
It's not a good movie, though. And even then, hold on. You like the first one. I want you to compare it to every Marvel movie. Don't think of it on its own. Compare it to every Marvel movie except for Thor 2.
It's better than, I can't remember the name of the guy. I want to say Hellspawn something or other.
Hellboy?
No.
Spawn?
Spawn!
Spawn? Sure. Spawn is not what I'm talking about comparing it to. I'm saying compare it to the MCU Disney. It is not even close. It doesn't even come... Like, if you know how people use the phrase, it's in the same ballpark, we aren't even in the same fucking sport when it comes to those two. It's not even remotely close. Spawn is absolutely worse, by the way. Yes, agreed. Although, I will say this. The Spawn movie, as bad as that movie is, has moments where it's comically bad. I can't think of a comically bad part to Ghost Rider. That movie is just overacting and bad most of it. There's like one scene that's kind of okay.
It has Nicolas Cage. How could it be bad?
How could it be bad acting? How could it be overacting? I think you answered my question. Think you answered it by saying the words Nicolas and Cage.
Nicolas Cage is a national treasure. Ha ha!
Literally one good movie. Two good movies. Not National Treasure 2, by the way. Nicolas Cage! Ah. Time to look up an IMDb profile that everyone should know. Because, my god. This man.
Oh god.
He has done some horrible trash movies. I will give him full credit for him. Right? Because he is the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, and then rather than going off of his name, Nicholas Kim Coppola, and using that to get into any movie he wants, he called himself Nicolas Cage and did what he wanted to do, and he's made it his own way. And I give full credit for that. 10 out of 10. But his best movies are National Treasure, Lord of War, and Face Off. And maybe The Rock if you like that movie. I didn't really like that movie.
Okay, let's
That's
fight
fine.
you. I don't know why a Baguiu's on an island in the middle of the ocean, but sure! You
Maybe
do you,
leaving Las
buddy.
Vegas.
You do you.
It's very obscure.
I should have kept rolling.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10!
He didn't have that much lines in them, though.
Exactly! 10 out of 10! He didn't have to say much, they drew his character in, and they gave him a voice that would have to be Nicolas Cage. 10 out of 10. Perfect.
So I've been rewatching Power Rangers.
Oh god. Oh god,
It's
the
just-
Wicker Man. Oh god.
It's just
Sorry.
as campy and gray as I remember it.
You mean the show I hated as a kid?
You hate Power Rangers?
Hated it.
But
I
decided
could
to
never
watch-
get behind it because you were saying this before. You know how there's always like a stereotype to like the ranger suits?
Yep.
I could never ever get over how annoying every single one of them was. Because none of them are real people. They are all these imaginary characters of people. And they are all very one-sided characters that learn their lesson and then magically in 30 episodes, in the next 10
No,
episodes,
but-
somehow fuck up again. And
but
it's the same lesson that they learned before.
Tommy
But no, we gotta learn it again. But Tommy Oliver, you mean the only good character? The only good character.
I watched the one, I think they had like I don't know, one of the anniversaries was earlier with Ninja Steel. And they had an episode with, can't say his name right. Jason David Frank.
Ah, yes.
And I'm so glad that episode exists because it explains so much more than the other episode, anniversary episode.
Ah, okay.
Cause like the other episode, anniversary episode was, he showed up as a Green Ranger. He showed up as a White Ranger. They showed up as a Green Ranger. I'm like, how do you still have these fucking powers? Can we have constant like, like
Consistency?
consistency? But then, and then this one, he showed off the Master Morpher that holds all of his powers in it. Like, oh, that's neat. That's cool.
That sounds like a MacGuffin to answer people who they didn't have an answer for.
But I liked it. It was the original Power Morpher, but gold.
Uh-oh. Do you want to start to hate Nicolas Cage again?
You never hate Nicolas Cage.
He was in Teen Titans Go, the movie.
Well, we all make mistakes.
He was Superman.
We all make mistakes.
That is possibly the worst mistake for you. Superman in Teen Titans Go.
There's two mistakes.
Holy shit. Side note to that, that movie got a 6.8. What is it? That's its IMDb. Hold on. Now I gotta know.
They made another movie with the original Teen Titans, and I'm still not gonna watch it.
Do you want to know the Rotten Tomatoes on that movie? You don't. You really don't.
If it's high, then I'm very fucking sad.
So, the audience review was a 71%.
Yes, because all them fucking idiotic people who like waffles and bullshit and...
The certified movie reviewer score is a 91.
Why?
Because apparently it's actually good.
They're not...
Apparently it's a good movie.
They're not the Titans, though. They don't have the same fucking...
But apparently it's a good movie. Apparently it's a good movie. I don't know what to tell you.
It sucks. Ass.
I'm sorry. It might, but... Dude, with the audience having, like, a 71, which is good, and then a 91 from reviewers...
Because reviewers don't
Movie
know what
critics. Movie critics.
They don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know, man. They're pretty good most of the time. And that's over like 125 reviewers, average, and that's over user ratings of 3,400 people.
I hate that movie. Why did it bring up Teen Titans Go?
Because it happened to be Nicolas Cage is in it.
Why did
There's a
you
link.
could have just fucking just skipped it?
I'm
Not
sorry.
tell
I
me.
just I had to know. I had to know. For my own sake. Now I gotta watch this and see if this is a good movie. Because I don't have the like love for the Teen Titans like you do. I liked it when I was younger, but that doesn't bother me.
Apparently people like the stupid... Oh, it's so fucking stupid. I hate it.
Audience review. Oh, this one. Oh, I'm gonna trigger Doc a little. Clever and somewhat original film that takes the whole superhero concept to the next level. The film doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's quite funny throughout. Hold on, there's a butt there, but it's like slightly too long. It doesn't show up. It says butt. I don't care.
Original, you say?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. There's a
whole
lot of, unless somebody paid a shitload of money, for reviews.
They literally the fucking premise of the fucking movie was them going back in time, stopping the other heroes from existing so they get a fucking movie!
That might actually make it kind of good.
That's not their characters!
Why do you care? Who cares? It's not the same thing. It's not a
Because
team
I
movie.
like story! I like
Yeah.
character development!
They might have had that. Who knows? I mean, dude, I look. If it wasn't for the 91,
I need plot!
it got 91, which means that it had enough plot that critics enjoyed it. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, but apparently, yeah, so, yeah, Fortnite's a good game.
It's unquestionably a kids movie, full of bright colors and juvenile humor, but it's also surprisingly smart and self-aware movie, with some meta references and deep comic book cuts.
Let's drop the subject.
I'm not talking about it now. I'm just surprised it's got such a high fucking review. I have to watch it at some point now because this surpassed every expectation in that regards. Because I would think that this would be a, like when I read the 71, I could imagine a 71 from like critics because they don't. Again, if you're talking critics, they're just judging this film. They're judging nothing but this film. They don't judge the characters, they don't judge the series, they don't judge the previous, none of it, just this film. That's how that works. I could see them giving it a higher score because they have no preconceptions. But I would have imagined it was the 71 was the critic review, and like a 51 would be the audience, and the audience being like, this
Everyone
is stupid.
fucking loves that fucking cartoon. I don't understand why. It's mad humor, and I hate mad humor.
See, I love Madcap, so I might like it. Madcap humor is some of my favorite stuff. That's why I like Monty Python so much.
And it doesn't stick to their fucking personality or characters. They're just almost the same exact fucking character, all 5 of them. It's the same reason why I don't like the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is that they have exactly this. All 4 of them have the exact same personality.
Now I'm curious about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hold on.
They all have the same fucking personality. It's like, if you close your eyes, hear a line, you could just be like, you don't know who's saying it.
So none of the TMNTs have done well. The original movie, 40%.
I'm at the new cartoon.
Hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. I gotta find that because I'm not sure about that yet. TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze, 35%. TMNT 3, a 23. Okay, proportionately that makes sense. First movie's the best, second movie's a little worse, third movie, that was pretty bad. The new cartoon, which I think is the 2007 one, 34%.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so.
According to
I think it's recent.
no, I'm just looking at movies as a thing. Hold on. That might be part of it, right? Do I got TV series? There is no there is no Rotten Tomato for the TV series. Cannot help you there. Would have to look up like IMDb. We'll get there in a minute. A new TMNT movie, 2014, not the newest one, was 22%. And the Out of the Shadows, which is the most recent one in 2016, was 837. So critics don't like those either. Let's see about the
Transformers. Let's see how Transformers are doing.
on TMNT.
I like the Transformers cartoons.
I liked the movie. I didn't like the cartoon terribly much. Like it was good for its time. I'll give it that. It's really good for its time.
Uh-oh. The fuck is... What the fuck happened to my thing? Well, that's shit.
What?
My, the little thing that, slides on my wrist, this broke.
Thank you. We got
Huh.
The spring came out, and the button came out. So it doesn't tighten anymore. That's nice. That's
Howdy,
quality.
Cheeto. Welcome.
That's
I-
quality
as
workmanship.
As someone who has used the Joy-Con for everything and like lots of motion controls, you are violent, my friend. That is my answer.
I don't know. I went to take it off, like I'm losing it, and it just fucking fell apart.
I was gonna say I've had mine for 2 years.
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
wow.
You came from Twitter. Thanks.
Oh, we're talking movies.
We're talking movies.
We're talking bad. We're talking somewhat bad movies.
Objectively bad.
This one's not, sadly. This is in fact technically the opposite. Which is scary.
Tangela.
But I'm curious now about that too.
Uh,
Shiny hunting or what's going on?
I'm completing the game.
Yeah, Doc's is trying to do a playthrough of the game on stream.
I'm doing a completion. I'm doing 8 badges, Elite 4, legendary birds, and then MewTwo as a completion thing.
Transformers franchise. What do we got? Oh,
I was gonna
apparently Bumblebee got a 93%.
I was gonna just not catch Pokemon, but apparently you need to catch Pokemon in this game.
No, yeah, just to move forward.
At least 50. I did not know that. I'm just surprised that my Joy-Con adjuster thing broke.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I mean, maybe it's just a fluke on that one. Because
In a blind rage,
you had
you had to mention Teen Titans Go, and then
I'm sorry, Nicolas Cage is in a Superman, and the movie's got 91% on friggin' Rotten Tomatoes somehow. I don't know. I gotta see it now. I'll let you know if it's actually bad.
no, you're gonna say it's good.
No, hold on. I will go in with 0 expectations, like you should, and I will let you know. I have no reason to think it's good, unless it's actually good.
Okay, here we go.
By the way, apparently, with the Transformers movies, the original Transformer has 58%.
Mhm.
Not the 2007 one, the like Michael Bay scenario.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. Revenge of the Fallen has a 19%. Okay,
Alright,
that
yep.
sounds about right. That's the one with the balls. I remember that. Dark of the Moon has a 35%.
Arguably, all the Transformers are the same movie.
Well,
Uh,
I wouldn't agree with that.
turn the lights back off.
Because watching those first 3, the plots are so different, and then some of them are so much worse. Like, Revenge of the Fallen is the worst plot of those 3 for sure. Age of Extinction, 18%.
Isn't that where, like, Optimus Prime went evil?
I think that's Last Night. I think the Last Night is the one where he goes evil. And the Last Night has a 15%. And then Bumblebee 2018 comes out. 93%.
Oh yeah, it's Bumblebee.
I'm confused.
Because it
What
was,
changed?
who can we talk to? Probably that old man over there. He probably knows what's up. What?
Part of me's
Me?
just wondering if
I don't
the
know
like,
anything.
reviewers in 2018 were just like, everything yes. Like,
Of course you. But he's been staring at the gym since the beginning of the game. Why wouldn't he know, like, what's going on? Okay, ask Professor Oak, I guess. I was just there. You're just gonna cut me. Okay, that's good. That's one thing I did like about the cartoon. That Gary Oak started out as a jackass,
And then developed over time.
and then the recent thing. Well, it's not a recent thing, but the last thing I saw of him in the cartoon, he was becoming a Pokemon researcher like his grandfather. Nice. Key zone. Can I?
I'm trying to see if I can find the name of that.
Nice. I got stuff I don't have anyone for. That didn't solve my problem, dudes. Ranger player is never there at the gym. That's odd. I'll go take a look myself. Okay, he's probably gonna beat us there. And I don't want to get any random encounters. Andy, where are you going? Andy, what?
I'm just running off the bye.
Who the hell is this? Who are you? Okay, I'm just gonna fly there. What time is it? 1 o'clock. That's nice. I don't know how Twitter works. Apparently, I was getting like random, likes and stuff, and like from random people or bots, and like I don't know how Twitter works.
Well, when you post something, everyone can see it.
Yes, but like
And then
how do
anyone
you?
who's interested in the
But
tag,
how do you?
subject.
Okay, I was gonna say how do you find out about this stuff?
Tagged subjects. Shows up in your feed.
Oh, goody.
I believe.
Puzzles. Hey, you wanna try them? I wanna battle.
I kinda wanna know what that is then.
But yeah, back to the Power Rangers thing. I'm watching the season where one of the Rangers actually dies. Which I like dark stuff.
Well, it's like the opposite of what I enjoy.
Especially that's why I like the original Digimon. But Digimon Tamers is a close second.
Like I said, you got one season out of me with that show. Maybe two.
Oh no, it's season 2 with when they're slightly older. It was kind of bad.
It was pretty bad. I watched it because I was young when I watched it. That's how I feel about that one. But I would not continue watching the show past that point.
It's
Plus,
like
the third
Digimon.
season,
I think they're coming out with another sequel to Try, which is supposed to be supposedly the last one with the original kids.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
That's not true.
Because the tagline is "Our Last Adventure."
Uh-huh. Sure. Totally. 10 out of 10. Gonna be the last one.
So, I got Articuno. I need Moltres. Moltres is on my way through the cave for Elite Four. Also, you know what I was thinking? There's a lot of shit to do in Breath of the Wild, so I might make Thursdays a casual gaming day again when I go to play that.
That would make sense. I would not blame you. Considering like I have spent 16 hours in that game and only gotten 30 of the shrines, all of the towers, and gotten to a second temple. I have gotten through one. So yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Tuesdays will probably go a little later, depending on work schedule.
I was gonna say you might want to actually just do Breath of the Wild Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
We'll still have something for late night though.
No, I would say just make Breath of the Wild your late night. To be honest, there's a lot to that game, man. Like much. And if you're trying to 100% it, are you looking up stuff?
I might buy that book.
The like compendium thing?
The whatever the walkthrough guide book is.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah, because even with the Prima guide, like even with a map of the shrines, because I pulled that up later in the day today, it's gonna take you time. Just for shrines.
Yeah,
Not because the shrines themselves are hard, because unlocking some of them is.
I was thinking about doing the shrines first.
That's what I'm trying to do.
According to Poisons. Ice Beam? No, I'll just do Psychic. It's a poison type, it should die to Psychic.
But yeah, that is a deep game with a lot of things. It is interesting, people in my chat when they're watching me talking about it though, there's a side like me who are like, I love this game. And there's the other side that's like, there's not enough story and not enough lore, and I'm like, there's plenty of that literally all throughout the game. It's like Dark Souls.
It's like Dark Souls, you have to look for it. That's what I like about Dark Souls.
Yeah, like there's some parts where you get it from like memories and stuff, and that's cool. Those cutscenes are nice, but
like,
a lot of it's just talking to people and learning what happened and moving forward.
Did you know on the Great Plateau, like, you know that like temple ruins thing?
Yeah.
That's actually supposed to be, I think, the Temple of Time.
It literally says the
OOT.
Temple of Time when you walk into it.
And like the surrounding area, if you look closely, resembles fucking town in OOT.
Yep. Yes, it does. By the way, when you walk into that ruins, it literally says Temple of Time on your screen.
Well,
that one's a freebie, my friend. That one, but yeah, the ruins do actually look like the town. I agree with that.
like
That is a little tidbit. Did you know those ruins are called the Temple of Time?
Did you?
I don't pay attention to lore, and I know this. Yes, because the location's called the Temple of Time.
Well, I don't know if you're paying attention to, that sort of thing.
Oh, I know maps. I can do maps all day, but that's not lore. Remember, I'm the person for the map stock. I just don't do lore. Lore is boring half the time. Half the time. Some games do good lore, and it's not boring.
We're literally the opposite gamers.
You think? There's very few games that me and you agree on.
You need gameplay. I need a fucking story to be invested in.
See, I don't need that, because I wouldn't play a game then. I'd watch a movie. Movies are what I go for stories. Like, and even then, I don't need a story for a movie necessarily. You've seen me watch stuff like Evil Dead. This doesn't really have
Stop
story,
earthquaking.
kinda.
Stop rubbing in my face that I can't find Earthquake.
This game's Earthquake.
Earthquake.
But like,
Because
for me, the only thing I really need don't get me wrong, I love a good plot in the game. It really adds to the experience. But I wouldn't be playing a game if it didn't have good gameplay. Because that's why I'm playing a game.
I didn't get
Like,
you.
I'd watch a movie.
There's a game I need to get you.
What, this?
No. It's that contrast game where it's, you go between 3D platforming and 2D platforming through going into the shadows and platforming on the shadows of stuff.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Fucking, I love that game. I think it's one of the 10 out of 10s I gave on Steam.
Oh, nice. See, I could get into that. That'd be fun. Because that's the thing, like, if you do good gameplay mechanics, if you find a game that you like the gameplay of, even for you,
I mean,
there's games that you, like, the gameplay literally beats out the story so far.
I like the story too. But
Right, but that's not why you play it.
sure it is.
Uh-huh. See, you love to say that, but there's games you don't.
Yeah, it is.
There's plenty of games that without the story, you've liked playing. But the thing is, I agree with you that
Name one.
the story can be important. An immediate answer?
Yes.
Team Fortress, any multiplayer game ever made.
That story.
But that's not why you played it.
Sure.
Not at all.
I'm compelled between the relationship between the spy and
That
the
didn't
scouts.
exist when we started the game. Don't even try. Get out of here. Get out of here. That didn't exist. Don't pull that.
I would like to know why the spy has a picture of the scout's mother.
Right, but that didn't exist back when we started.
Yeah, it did. Meet the spy happened
That's-
before that.
Meet the Spy happened before you started playing?
Pretty sure.
Maybe. I don't recall that because I remember. Didn't you play with Aaron and Ryan Lynch and me?
No.
You didn't. Okay, that might be why then.
No, Roblox has actually literally saved my ass during this entire thing.
You played it before it went free to play, right?
Yes. I think the newest one that I got was Meet the Medic. I think that's the newest one that happens. Because there's a big...
I want to say Meet
Was
the
it-
Spy was
was it-
after Meet the Medic.
No.
I'm-
I'm pretty sure it's Medic and then Pyro.
You might be right. Because I'm trying to remember the Uber. No, because that wasn't part of Meet the Spy. Was it? It was, you're right. Meet the Spy is part of the original. The OG. Or one of them.
Is learning Earthquake, my baby boy!
Meet the Spy was leaked in 2009. Yeah, it's one of the earlier ones.
Do I want to keep Drill Rush or Earthquake? I kind of want Protect, but... No. Oh my god, I'm so happy! She
You
clipped
finally
this.
got it?
She clipped this and then sends it to Drago.
No. What?
Drago, you finally earned Earthquake! I still want to watch Titans, even though I heard it sucks. I'm like, yes, but nothing can suck more than Teen Titans Go.
I wonder how Titans did, actually.
It's bad.
Is it?
It's bad.
You're just like, no. It's not good.
Where the fuck am I going?
I feel like I would need to...
That's not it. Okay, down here. It's up. And there's literally nowhere to go. So I have to go this way. What? Okay, I'm confused.
Oh.
Going down there doesn't do fuck. Because oh wait, I see it.
guess you did play TF2 after. But I wouldn't say that's why you played. Because it's not part of the game necessarily. But I guess it's fair. Meet the Spy did come out in 2009. And if you played and it was like 2011, which is what the estimate would be between Meet the Medic and Meet the Spy, it's like 2010? I guess so. As somebody who played in 2008, fucking Meet the Sandwich was what I came out for. No plot. Sandwich. Punch things.
So after Splatoon, it's gonna be the Legend of Zelda. I'm still debating if I want to do the second quest. 100%. What your opinion?
I mean, for the original?
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do 100% on any difficulty. That doesn't seem to matter to me, but...
No, that's asking if I should do the... You know Legend of Zelda has 2 quests, right?
Yeah, Master Quest, right? But it's just rearrange items.
It's rearranged dungeons,
yeah, dungeons
items.
Yeah. That to me is the same game. 100% is 100%.
Okay.
I mean, to me, I don't count that as that'd be like saying a randomizer is part? Like, it's just a randomizer.
But part of the game.
So?
Well, your opinion.
Yeah. That would be like if you were to say 100% Borderlands, where it's like random drops, that'd be like running it again. Still, just random. Beating the game and then getting all items would be 100%, which I guess you couldn't do in that game, right?
In which game?
Borderlands. I mean, you could, but there's
It'd be-
literally billions of combinations.
Oh,
I
Andy
don't know
died.
how that would work.
Sorry though, Andy's crying. Never mind. Not dead. I'm down to 1 viewer. I'm a suck as a streamer.
Oh, it's because I clicked off, by the way. Cool. I don't think you suck as a streamer. I think you pick the most boring game sometimes. Like, I like watching you. Like I said, my god. This Pokemon. Like, not saying all Pokemon are boring.
It's a thinking man game.
This one is not. This one is zippy zap till dead. You choose not to do it that way.
You know, I'm pretty sure you can't kill everything with Zippy Zap, okay?
Unless it's electric, I disagree. Zippy zap OP. Just add boosts, put more things on Pikachu, make him stronger. Pow.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it in this okay.
Again, if things are electric, you're not gonna be able to. But also, you need to, because there are buffs, right? So buff Zippy Zap, buff Zippy Zap. That's it. That's not thinking. It's just buff Zippy Zap. That's the thing for me, is a lot of this, I've never thought of a Pokemon as that much of a thinking game outside of like the types. Because it's buff attack. Stop attack. Strategy to me is like, or like Thingaman games are like RTSs.
By the way, I
Real-time
literally
strats.
can't hit this guy with Pikachu
You can't hit him?
because he's a ground type, which is unaffected by electric type moves.
Well, okay, fair. Alright, so yeah, there's a gameplay mechanic that I was trying to say. I don't know those. All I know is that electric don't work on electric that well. Same types normally don't. Well, yeah, okay, fair. Like, that's the only reason to not use Zip Zap on anything. Is because it doesn't affect it. Zip zap. Zip zap, zip zap, zip zap.
If I do this right, Vileplume should be able to hopefully one-shot everything.
Jesus Christ. Really?
If I didn't get critted. I should really healed. Please don't crit. No crit arena. Especially since Reflect is now off me. It's faster than me, so I'm going to have to heal him first. I hope the 2 growths and X special attack one shots it now. No crit, thank you. One shot. Should be
Thinking man game.
Thinking man game.
Thinking man. Totally thinking.
I had to do 2 growths, a special attack, and a heal. 6-year-old me would not think of this. I would just kept on fucking just hitting it with a tackle. Attack, 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 attack.
I mean, that's fair. It's more thinking than that. Fair. The Thinker Man's game. Wait. 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 Oh. They went first. They didn't crit. Mega Drain.
I'm about to use a
Blight.
Nope, we're committed with Frilly. I have one more Mega Drain, that sucks. Ooh, that critted. No, it didn't.
You still survived.
That not crit. Jesus Christ.
Why did it do so much more?
I don't
Maybe it's
know.
a higher level, maybe?
Maybe it's a
Better
higher
stats?
attack, better stats probably.
So you're looking at it and like, that's interesting. It did do more damage, but
I
it did
almost
not kill you.
pooped myself right there. Oh, you're committed to Grilly. Grilly was the first Pokemon I caught. This could be the one I get the last battle with. Come full circle. Unless, you know. That's not gonna, yeah. I'm committed! I could take the chance, or I could heal him.
What to do?
Healing him. I like Violet. Weird ass Pokemon. Cause all it is a giant flower on a purple thing with beady eyes. I didn't think that really was gonna kill it. Because it's a physical type move. And X special attack raises my special attack by a poop ton. Also, starting tomorrow, it's the 22nd to the 2nd is the submissions. Oh, that's JDQ. I had to make an account on the JDQ website. I have to make a video.
It's a good idea. Gotta not curse. Gotta not curse. If you feel like cursing, just be like flippin', flappin', flubbin', flabbin'.
Oh my god, this is where you get Earthquake!
There you go.
That makes sense now because every Pokemon uses Earthquake.
Every
but
Pokemon
still,
did Earthquake. Literally every single one of them.
Well, I was sort of correct. I did get it from something Team Rocket.
There you
This
go.
entire time Robo knew and he just...
Robo? Robo knew.
What is up with this game and me just keep calling...
Literally can't call Drago anything but Robo.
And during this game too, it's only this game.
I don't think it is. I think you did it in Odyssey. A couple times.
Did I do it in Odyssey?
I think you did. When you were doing the, the original To the Moon to fight Bowser part.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened. Pretty sure you just call it Robo. I'm pretty sure you call it Drago Robo.
We'll just rename him.
Just rename. Heck his preference.
Who would have thought that the gym leader was evil?
Literally everybody. Everybody should have known this. Shouldn't have been hard to figure out.
That's cool. I'm not shaking that controller. I'm not petting you, Andy. I'm not
Pet
doing
me.
it. I'm not petting you,
Pet
Andy.
me.
No. I wouldn't be so sad if it's just you voted on this shit.
I mean, according to this, 2 people have done it. On the first poll. No one clicked onto the other polls. Oh, nope, nope, sorry, that's the normal versus ladder. For the main event. By the way, for the love of God, how do you do this? Please spell check stuff.
Spell check?
Next PvP match.
Yeah.
Next PvP main event.
Yeah.
Pay view pay. Or pay view per. Pay view per.
No, it's
It's
PvP.
PPV!
It's people versus people. What are you talking about?
Oh my Christ, that is not what you meant and you know it.
I don't know what you mean.
That is like this the salty okay you sent me. How is this a thing?
It was
The
not
spicy
salty,
okay?
It was spicy.
The spicy okay? And then I was like, the spicy okay? I'm like... And I'm really confused because I'm waiting for the Smitty okay face emote, anything, nothing. And then you go, it's a KO. And I went, ha, it's 2 letters. I can understand words. I really can. I get it. I've known you long enough. I get spelling is with words hard. Pay per view abbreviation. You know it. I know you know it. I know you know it. Because you've asked me to make these before, and I have messages from you that say PPV.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kyle. It's player versus player. It's people versus people.
Say, no, you got that wrong!
It's person versus
Player
people.
versus player. It's player versus player.
It is a person versus the people.
That is not what you meant, and you know it.
I think I know what I meant.
I don't think you did if you're telling me that. I believe you're lying to yourself to make yourself feel better about the fact that you misspelled PPV.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, you did.
I'm in your arguments, but this is the internet and you're wrong.
I knew you were gonna go that route because you got nothing else. It's one of the few times I'm not arguing bullshit with you too. Like this isn't even me trolling you. This isn't like me making an argument for an argument's sake. This is legit. This is a legit moment. 100%.
Dragon grew up a level.
Oh, go Drago. Or was it Robo? Who was it this time?
I was paying attention who the person sitting out, so I'm gonna say no, Drago.
So I'm gonna say it's just...
I think now those are quick. Oh, this is a bad matchup. Look at that poor Cubone in the beginning of the game that lost his mother is now a Marowak. Yep, he's singing up on me, but I'm going to surf him.
Surfing USA? Seems to be.
The sea to shining sea. Actually, I like that. Now we can use Drago. That one female wrestler I had, that was all American based, patriotic as shit. Her finisher was the coast to coast, which is a you sit them up on the one turnbuckle, you run to the other one, climb it, and you jump from the other side of the ring to one side of the ring.
Jesus.
And
that's impressive.
My friend, my wrestling D&D buddy, is like, why you just call that the sea to shining sea? I'm like, brilliant, actually. Oh, I just beat you again. How's it feel? Why are you running off to the Pokemon League? Did you win any badges, Kyle?
I probably have all of them.
How? I beat you all this time.
Yeah, so?
Oh, bollocks.
I use superior strategy with weaker things. Sounds like me in every video game. Weaker because not playing correctly,
And
but
you
somehow still getting through
and you
because superior
still
strategy.
only have 4 Pokemon. How do you still have 4 Pokemon?
Because, okay, first of all, this character is 100% me. Because I would never have a full Pokemon. Like, I would never have 6 going to Elite 4. Even when I was a kid. I didn't capture. I just killed everything along the way. That being said, I would have out-leveled you walk in 3 times over if it wasn't this game. Apparently capturing matters, and he's playing like me, and so he's under-leveled.
Oh god, why did I have to talk to all of them? Just let me through.
Oh, that's a Thunder Badge. Alright, you're good to go. Hold on, do you have the badge? You do. Do you know the secret swim technique? You do. Hey, do you have the badge? You do. Hey, you have that badge? You do.
Where do you get the surfboard at? Hello?
Pikachu manifested one because the game needed it.
No, I don't think I've ever found a Moonstone yet. I don't have eggs yet.
Yeah.
Also, I feel bad for the one in the back.
The one that's cracked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says its brains up, just out and about.
Well, we don't know that it's its brains, but its organs are definitely out. Possibly brains. For all we know, the brains are in the butts.
Like that one alien species in Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. That cartoon. Remember that cartoon?
No, because I don't like...
It was first movie, then it's cartoon.
But I don't like the Disney things. Second of all, that is a Hitchhiker's Guide thing as well. I was gonna say Hitchhiker's Guide. Well, fair.
Here we are.
You got that badge? You do.
Save it. 8 badges acquired. Now it's getting Moltres and then getting to the cave. I could, depending on how long this takes me, I might be able to beat the game tonight.
Jesus.
Which
You still gotta do MewTwo, right?
Yeah.
No.
I might wait until next week to finish it because
That's fair.
there's gonna be I don't know if we're gonna jump right into the next late night game. I think the next late night game is gonna be the fuck. I burped. I burped in and I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
That's not good. Ugh.
Nice.
The hell did you do?
I don't know.
I feel like you are the one Monty Python skit. I'm last a wafer thin mint. Fuck off, I'm full. But sir, it's only wafer thin. Oh, I said I'm full. It's just a tiny wafer thin mint. Just a little wee mint. Oh, alright. Bon appetit. Fucking love that skin.
No, I never. I want to like the tune.
I mean, how is the single player?
I like it so far.
Is it actually fun? I mean, because for me, my problem was I didn't have fun playing the multiplayer. Because I felt like aiming didn't challenge you in any way. And it was so snowbally that like if one team got ahead, they stayed ahead.
I feel like it's all games in general online, Kyle.
I don't agree with that. I feel like
Name
most... I mean,
name
hold on.
One game.
League of Legends. Every time we played with me. You know how many games I made? Hour-long games? Do you remember that?
That game. Oh, no.
Never
that,
give up, never surrender. And it worked.
That game is also snowbally as fuck.
Not that snowbally, because I won't give up. It works. Hold on. We have records. You played enough with me. You know what I'm talking about. TF2. Not a snowballing.
That's also snowbally most of the time.
No. Again, it's not. You've seen me play. We played from behind and won many matches because I'm good at playing from behind. Always. Don't check about one. I would say Counter-Strike, but that one's actually really hard because of the buying system. That one's really hard to catch up if you lose around. So that's fair.
God. By the way, I liked Odyssey.
Sort of. You sort of liked Odyssey.
I don't like the complex
You like platform
movements.
That's
why
By the way, that is the easiest movement, hold on, of Mario without Cappy. Like, even if you just use Mario without Cappy. Like, yeah, unless you count captures as complex movement, which they're not. They're just their own.
No,
That is the easiest movement of all of theirs.
Some of the
The
shit
only
I
one that's
do.
hard. The only one that's hard, and I understand it, is the bird, because you have to invert your thinking. I remember watching you do it in Bowser's, and I get it. I get why you have a hard time with the bird one. Because it's inverting your thinking. You have to invert like where you want to go versus where you're like putting it, and then release at the right time. So I get why that one's hard. But like, none of the captures are actually hard outside of that one. And even that one, it's, I guess, hard, because you have to think the opposite of normal. Like if you want to go up right, you have to go down left, and you have to do it quickly, or like planned ahead, which is fair. But like the lava booble, run and jump. Stretchy.
Lava Boogle. I like him.
Lava booble.
Because I just thought those things were fireballs. Never actually thought they were like actual creatures.
I remember seeing the eyes on them from like Super Mario World and onwards, so I always thought they were enemies.
Nope, never played Super Mario World.
Yeah, best one.
Remember, I'm original 3 and 64.
Yeah, Super Mario World's the best. of the
Ooh, which one
2Ds.
do we go for? You can decide, top or left.
Realistically, it's top because the left is too easy and too obvious. So I would go push it top, not go left. I think it's stealth.
Stealth rocks. Which, you know what? Who can learn that?
But yeah, also when you learn how to do cappy dives, which you never really figured out, that game's so easy. Because every time you possibly are gonna die, you just throw cappy, jump onto cappy, and jump off, or jump back where you were. It's so simple. But the hard part is getting used to the cappy dives. But those are like muscle memory things that I acquired very quickly. When I played it, like I kept doing those until I got them down to muscle memory. I didn't even like progress in the game. I just sat there in like, I think I was in Cap Kingdom after I had beaten the fucking boss, the topper, and rather than like throw my thing on the line, I just walked away and started just jumping around and learning how to do those. Because when you know how to do that, it literally saves you from everything. Like, you can make infinite mistakes and that thing will just save your butt every time.
Zip zap.
This is example. Whoop, whoop.
Nope. Didn't kill him.
So? Doesn't need to kill him. Just needs to be OP. Definitely OP. He damaged himself. Alright, zip that.
So I don't think that Legend of Zelda's gonna take me that long.
The original?
Yeah. No, I feel like that could be a day, at least 2, maybe.
2. 2 for sure.
And if I'm
Unless
really
you are,
bad,
unless you're positive about where everything is, it's 2. Be my guess.
I don't know
because
who
they,
else between 2. Stanza, you haven't been out yet.
But yeah, it's first game will probably be 2 days for you because you stream for about 4 to 5 hours, right? Give or take that. If you're doing it for 4 to 5 hours, probably take 2. Just because of travel time. And how well do you remember the map?
Not at all.
Yeah, that's gonna make it challenging. 2 days. If you remembered the map, and you don't, if you remember the map, or if you look up the map, you'll be fine. Also, make sure not to play the SP edition.
SP?
With the NES thing on the Switch, they added SP versions of the game,
What the fuck is
where
SP?
SP is the shortened version of the game. Basically, they give you some things that you wouldn't know where to get or how to get as a player.
Oh, that's bullshit.
So, like, you get the lantern immediately. Because that's something that would be very hard for, that's not exactly in the mindset of what players would want in the modern day, but that's why they have both. It's more of like the sped up version, is what it's supposed to be. They did the same thing for I wanna say Gradius? And Gradius is actually the dumbest of all of them for me. I'm like, I don't know why you did that to Gradius, because Gradius, it gives you a couple upgrades to start with.
Oh, they gave you more upgrades.
No. Gradius gives you no upgrades to start with as a game. They give you upgrades, and I'll tell you this right now. Gradius with upgrades, easy. Gradius without upgrades, hard. And the whole point of the game is to, it's supposed to be, like, you're supposed to get a couple upgrades for, like, pretty easy tasks at the beginning, and then you have to go through an extremely difficult game for the rest of the game, and then get more along the way. If you start with some and then get a couple, you can basically become untouchable. It is super silly to put that as a thing. I think they did it for another game too. I can't remember what the other one, the SP edition is.
I might need to use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Entertain them. I mean, when I mean entertain, I mean entertain yourself and my laptop.
Howdy. Well, hello everybody. How are you? That guy's name is Juggler Nelson. If only his name was full, it would be more interesting. Oh, I understand he's just gonna stand there. Alright, it's a staring competition. It is totally unfair, however, because the enemy knows how to hypnotize. So who will blink first? Oh, there's a blink! We're unsure if Pikachu blinked first as the camera did not show. And he's wearing sunglasses. This is an unfair competition on many levels. Judges! Oh, Trainer blinked. Trainer blinked. It looks like Doc Teams wins the staring competition. Round 2 will begin now. On this round 2, who will blink first? It looks like... Oh, there's a blink. One Pokemon down. Will the trainer blink? Trainer blinked! Oh, and he knew that was a loss. He was so close to holding on. Sorry for the delayed commentary, but there is a stream delay. Okay. So we're 2 for 2, Team Pikachu. As the camera zooms in and out and tries to figure out who's going to win, we go to round 3. Round 3, we're getting is it a blink? That's it. Oh, there was no blink. Oh, will the trainer blink? Dockside did not blink. They held their eyes open. Oh, Pikachu. Did Pikachu blink? I'm getting word from the judges that counts as a blink. Trainer blinked. Oh no, it's all on Hypno. Will Hypno blink? Oh, I believe that was a loss for Team Doc. There was a blink in the back there. We go to round 4. It is first to 3 in this competition of staring. Oh, we're getting a blink. Oh, there's a blink for the trainer. Oh, that's a blink. Judges call that a blink. And Doc is back. Oh, and Doc is disqualified. 2 for 3. 2 out of 5 rounds. He attacks his opponent, ending this staring competition in a disqualification for Team Doc. You won 2 rounds out of first. It was best out of 5. They won 1, and you attacked on the 4th round. You would have won the staring competition. You would have won. Pikachu blinked, and you blinked. Only once each.
How do you tell Pikachu blinked? He has sunglasses on.
Ah, he has a blinking animation. It's actually pretty easy to tell which one it is. But the Hypno was blinking so much. My god. And that trainer, every time I zoomed in on him. And then at one point it did blink, it did there, and it didn't. And I was like, oh. And I look over and your Pikachu did a blink, and then you did a blink in the background. I'm like, and that's a win for the other team. Because otherwise it was going to be a 3-0 sweep, and that wasn't going to be fun. But you disqualified yourself, so. That trainer moves on in that staring competition. They may have lost this battle, but they will move on for the actual prize of $1 million. Because who cares about Pokemon when you can make $1 million through staring?
Hey, I care about Pokemon.
You are a fool.
You're buying both fucking video games. And one of them is gonna be the It's gonna be part of the 100% quest. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna do that one anymore.
No?
I don't know. I kind of want to. I kind of want to do this
What do you
one.
define as 100% in a Pokemon?
Completed Pokédex.
What about TMs and HMs?
Completed Pokédex.
That's not 100% IMO. But it's
Yeah,
fair.
it is.
Because it means you, to me, 100% means you've experienced and gotten everything in the game. So like in Zelda, you have to get every item. I would say in a game where you can find items, you have to get every item. And then capture every Pokemon for it to be 100%. Obviously do the gyms, stuff like that, but... I mean, outside of like... Maybe you can include purchased items, but I don't feel like those count. Or like repeat items, but like the HMs and TMs, I would consider those part of it for me. Because otherwise you can skip areas, right? Or skip puzzles. Because some of them are part of puzzles. Like, in this one you did the whole, was it Team Rocket's lair? The one that you kept warping around in? Like, you could have skipped rooms in there, right, or puzzles, if you weren't getting those. That's the only reason I count that as part of the 100 in games, is if it's skipping something. If you can buy everything, if there's no, like, extra items, or if you can buy every HM and TM, I mean, maybe I'd say, like, buy one of each and call it that at 100%, but even then, I don't know if that counts. I guess it should. But like full Pokedex is, as I would never even do that. So hats off, we can call that 100%. Like that's fine, because that's just silly to me.
I don't know why. I don't know why I want to catch stuff now. Experience.
I just want experience.
Yeah, I was thinking about cutting that one from my list.
I mean, it's up to you.
Because I don't really like. I don't like some of the new Pokemon anymore. I like the originals.
Like I said, I stopped playing it after the third game.
This is special attack, right?
Third set.
Special attack.
Because it all felt like it was the same game to me. I was like, oh good, we'll play the same game again.
Now, if they make a gold and silver remake for the Switch, definitely getting those. I want a game. I want a Pokemon game that has all the regions in it.
I feel like that's what everyone wants. I'm surprised they haven't done that. I guess they're probably holding out until... Nah, that's not true. I guarantee it.
Apparently, the new game's so big that
They had to. I know. I heard that. I call so much horseshit on that. It's not even funny. Considering there's games out there that exist, like I don't know, Breath of the Wild. I don't believe that the new Pokemon game can be that big. I just don't.
Also, I liked how people pointed out that the Pokemon game will look so much nicer with Breath of the Wild's graphics.
Truth. Yeah, look good. I mean, I like this. I like that they keep to their like art style suits. For that though, like I don't. Yeah, there's no way. It's too big. Look, the games that you're playing are basically an SD card. You could probably fit a terabyte of data on it. Unless the game's a terabyte, you didn't want to do it. Or there's some set size to those cartridges, maybe. Or they would have to make a different type of one. That doesn't do that. Plus, they could make it. They could always make it a digital download only. It would never sell well, though. I guess that's fair.
I don't have any fighting type moves, do I? Well, Drago, I hope you defeat this Tauros.
It's like, trying to think what other game. I mean, shit, they brought Skyrim to the Switch. Come on. Come on. Well, the game's so big we can't fit. Lies. Lies.
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid. We can't fit all the Pokemon animations in for every Pokemon. Or shit.
I don't. Maybe? Maybe if you're doing maybe like every animation. There's a lot of animations, I'll give them that. But like, even then, you're telling me you didn't find a way to optimize these animations? Like, just make new animations or different ones. Change them slightly. Why is this so hard? Also, side note, so many of these Pokemon look so similar when you look at them as a structural thing that not a lot of them need unique animations. And yeah, people might be annoyed by that, but if they had every Pokemon, a lot of people wouldn't mind. Most of these things are humanoid. Make a humanoid model, make it do, okay, cool. These 6 learn Scratch. Here's the one animation for that, like, human model as Scratch. Alright, now you put a cover on each one, and hey, look at that. All of them know Scratch, and it's one animation with 6 covers. These are things you can do when developing a game. Would people be annoyed that everything had the same Scratch animation? Maybe. Will people really care? Probably not, because they have every Pokemon in the game. Like,
Hey,
what?
I'm okay, they have Gengar, it's fine.
I'm just looking at how many of these are the exact same kind of model right now, just because of what you said. So many of them are just humanoid models. Like, Mr. Mime and Pikachu can share the same model with different scales. Not hard. With the same animation. I mean, don't get me wrong, I say not hard as somebody who understands how it works in the sense of a professional could do that without issue. Very silly.
That's why I'm thinking about not doing the whole Pokédex thing, because if it had all the Pokemon, like all like probably 1,000 by now. I don't know. I don't know how many Pokemon there are anymore.
No idea.
None.
I would guess you're probably right with 1,000 plus. But even then, if there's 1,000 of them, how many of them are the same things? How many of them are horses or dogs? Because they share the same models. Same skeletal structures, at least. Which is how you can make modeling. I guess if they want to make it like super unique and make every one of them an individual one, I can kind of see what they're saying. But that seems like an excuse to not just cut the corner, make it, and then make a game everyone loves because it has every. More than that, I imagine they didn't build a world big enough to fit all those Pokemon and make it make sense. That's what I think. And they don't want to try and make a full world. No. That's probably more realistic.
Superpower.
The superpower is sleep. By God, I wish I had that.
Wait a minute. It's late night tonight.
Oh, no. I meant like the ability to go to sleep.
Hi, you're back. Hi. How's it going? I'm now in Victory Road.
We're going to Elite 4, baby!
Well, before Elite 4 we need to get Moltres.
Right.
And like Articuno, I don't exactly remember where he is. I think it's on the way. I feel it's on the way. I don't think I have to go out of the way for Moltres. I might just gotten lucky. I remember I'm supposed to be going up this ladder, I think. How's it going? I caught you. You ran away. Okay, I'm not catching you to use you. I just want you for experience. I never understood why this Pokemon had a belt on it. Like, how does evolution make him have a belt?
It's actually pieces of skin that just go around him in a very awkward way. That or it's puberty. Think about that.
Okay. This is where I came from. Just gotta look around for backtracking. I want to be up here for some reason. Oh, there's an item here. I should have healed everyone after that last battle. Yeah. Bug. Fire. I don't remember the weaknesses. Oh, I go first, that's nice.
I like how me and you both 100% saw Psychic was weak to Psychic, by the way.
They are.
Are they?
I think. Every time you
They're
use-
not, by the way.
Like, it's super
According to
effective.
everything I've read, and also, side note, when Drago brought this up, I booted up, and part of the reason I was so quiet that stream is because I did this. I booted up a ROM of Pokemon Red, and put it on 10x speed, ran to the place where I know you can get an Abra, got an Abra that could use Psychic, like trained him to use an attack that could finally do it. I think it was Confuse? No. Can't remember. First attack that could actually do damage, fought another Abra, got the attack in, and it is not very effective. It does half damage.
I don't know why we thought that.
We both thought this. This is an incorrect memory moment, and I'm going. I literally booted up the old game to confirm it because there's no way both of us are having incorrect memory on this, and we both were. The only thing I can think of, I as a child did not know Dark was a type.
Dark wasn't typed until Gold and Silver.
So that's the thing.
They introduced Dark and Steel type.
I agree. That's what I thought. What am I thinking? Hold on.
Hi, police lady.
Was it Grass was the only one? Or
nice,
Bug was
she
the only
healed
one?
me.
Bug was the only one.
Where do I want this to go? Oh, Blizzard. We're not gonna use Blizzard. Okay, so I think it's up.
Oh, sorry, I meant Ghost, not Dark. My
Go-
beat.
I don't think Ghost had a type in the first game.
According to the
Lit.
wikis?
Maybe.
Yeah, Ghost is a thing in the original.
And Nightshade.
Yeah.
But I think Drago said something about
But even that's not correct, by the way. Because even those aren't good.
no, because there was a glitch or something. Or
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that's what I was bringing up. Yeah. So originally it was supposed to be Ghost was good against it. And then Ghost somehow got put on the wrong list. And so Ghost is not good against basically anything in the OG game. And I was really surprised by that. Because I was like, wait, how? What?
Oh, you know who we're on steal? This guy. Oh, I know. I might have did. Or I might have put up a level. Oh, I guess it did heal him. Oh no! Officer Jenny. That's right.
I'm doing leftovers from what I made tonight for dinner.
Good.
But I actually made something that's pretty good. Made pork and rice and a little veg. Added some nice things to it, some good sauces, which I'm actually having a second helping of right now because I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, for Breath of the Wild, I don't know if I'm buying that book or not. I can probably find like tutorials on the internet, but
Yes, you can. You can find. I can give you an entire PowerPoint guide. So if you want to do it that way, I can help you with that. If you want to do it with a book, then good
I
luck.
still need the Luigi hat though for the Luigi Mansion's speedrun.
That's fair.
That I'm gonna
Freaking-
try doing on
Friggin' speedrunners like you, going silly. I say that, and then every time I play a game on the stream, it's just hat. Oh, by the way, I know one of them that when I do it, I know what I'm doing. Metal Gear Solid, I'm gonna start with a bandana and then go to an eye patch. Thought about it.
What they gonna say box?
I mean, I might do a box eventually.
Maybe a
Just me,
box. Oh no, Robo!
just a box over my head. That would actually be pretty funny. I might do that. But no, I was thinking of doing it. Start with the bandana from the first games, and then go to the eye patch as we get to the later
And
ones.
then
Or maybe when I get to 3, we'll do the box. That's
Revenge or Rubber Ducky.
Avenger Rubber Ducky.
Robo died.
Rubber Ducky.
I don't know. It's a duck. Gold duck is a duck. It says duck is.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Metal Gear Solid and was very, very confused.
Same thing Robo a few times.
That's what threw me off. I was like, what? I was about to say, does Metal Gear Solid have a rubber ducky in it? I don't know anything about those games, maybe. I think he has a duck mine, actually. Nope, that's Hitman. Also, by the way, I think the next series is going to be Splinter Cell. I want to just get it done.
I think you go for one of the silly ones.
No, I was thinking about doing the putts and the whatnots. And I might still, but that was the other one. The two I was thinking about doing is either Splinter Cell, because I've never beaten the first level of the first game, so that'll tell you. I beat the tutorial, but not the first level. So that one's the one I'm kind of like, oh good, this will be fun. I was either gonna do that or either that or Hitman was another option, but I've already played most of the Hitman games, not all the completion, but played them. So I was thinking of doing the Splinter Cells and then doing
I heard somewhere that there was a mission in one of the Hitman games that you have to kill an actor who won't die.
Correct, Sean Bean.
Like after you kill him, he's like you still have to murder him. It's like what?
Well, no. So the way it works is, they do these monthly missions, and the missions are always like in the new one. The missions are always like, okay, do this with certain parameters. Sometimes it's time restraints, sometimes it's certain ways. Sometimes it's you have to kill so many people within a certain time frame, like stuff like that. The Sean Bean one, they did it for a month. They brought Sean Bean in this level, and you have to kill him. And the entire time, he's basically he's holding a presentation, and he's having people come in and talk to him about this presentation. And the presentation is how he can have better security. That's the presentation. And then, in the middle of the thing, if you sneak in as like because there's an easy way to sneak in as like the guy giving the presentation, or the guy who's like part of it. And he looks over at you, or part of security, and he looks over at you and goes, like you, how would you kill me? And your guy just goes, well, I'd stab you in the neck, or I'd use this, or this, or this. You go, yeah, but he's like, but I could survive that. I'd make it through that. How would you guarantee it? And he's like, then your character will go, you like your coffee? Put arsenic in your coffee. An extremely like high poison that you'd never notice. But little do you know that I've been taking little bits of that my whole time. Mind you, these are ways you can try to kill him, and what happens is, no matter what you do, like, I've seen people put a bomb in the desk where he sits, blow him up. You leave, you win the mission, you succeed, you killed him. And then the month later, because it's only for like a couple days they'll have this mission, like a weekend event, they'll put the mission back out, and it's him. And the next time it was him with an eye patch, because most players had shot him. So since most players had shot him in the face, it's him with an eye patch surviving the gunshot. And if you try to kill him through shooting, it doesn't work. So then people started blowing him up. And then he came in, he's in a wheelchair. Like, they just kept going with it. I believe is what happened.
I realize I'm a mistake, but I'm running with it.
Which I think is hilarious.
I have like 5 levels over this guy. This should kill him. Yeah, see? I did do a sword dance, didn't I? Oh. Oh, this is not gonna work. Oh, I made a mistake. Actual mistake. Oh no, I have slash. I can probably still kill it. Oh no.
By the way, what's funny about that is Sean Bean is known for dying in every movie he's ever been in. There's only one movie that I know that he didn't die, and I think he had an off-screen death. Like,
I expect him to have a hyper beam. Who has a hyper beam?
this is what this. He's like, what? You didn't expect me to have a hyper beam? What? You think I can't do hyper beam? Here's a hyper beam.
Yeah, like really.
Oh.
I killed it. In all honesty, I should have went amnesia and then ice beam. That would guarantee the kill, probably.
Uh-oh. I didn't notice Spiffing Brit did Command and Conquer Generals.
Oh yeah,
He finally did it.
today.
I don't
haven't
even.
watched it yet.
He's like, unlimited super weapons is an exploit. It's not. It's a setting in the game. I know this because I played this, and he's playing China because he nuked everything. Which means he played the most broken general with most broken setups. Which is fine, because that game is not, and I mean not balanced, which is why I loved it.
But yeah, I think next late night after this is gonna be a couple games of Generation Zero.
Okay.
And I still want to try to do objectives in that one.
I know. At least now we know how to get from warboard to warboard. That was like one of my biggest problems with it, but I will say the gameplay's gotta change a little more for me. Because it is gonna get repetitive again if it doesn't.
Then this pace I'm at with Splatoon, unless I like the online, I don't think I'm getting the DLC.
Hmm.
It's mostly. It's gonna use Reflect. Watch it. No, love you kiss. Never mind. Sorry. I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. At least you can reflect everything coming at you. Hopefully.
Oh, switch to Fire Devin. I didn't really think of learning Fire Blast, but Fire Blast hits more times than it hits. So I might as well just keep flamethrower. And also, I think I also hit it with a. Stop it with the kissies. I do not consent. actually look weird in the Pokemon game, even though it's
Oh god.
well, technically now that I'm not gonna do the Pokédex, I could just go back to buying one version now.
That's true.
Probably better. Save more money.
Could also be worth buying the one, playing it, seeing how much you like it. See if you want to do it.
I probably don't. I'd rather replay through this game. Even though this game is casual, the most casual game ever, it's still like forever. And I love those games to death, so I think they over like complicated stuff. And this game is actually fun that I know how to do, you know, actually play. Cause again, 6 to 7-year-old me would just, why would I keep in a move that takes a turn to buff my stats? I should just keep hitting shit. God. There's a reason why it's like level 30 at the Pokemon League.
Because it was effective?
No, because you know how long it took me to beat Blue version that way? Forever. Sorry. Hit the mic. Forever. And another one that I would love. So I love Blue version and I love Silver version. Silver, I like since they like added Kanto back in the game. You gotta collect 16 badges. It was nice. I think the next region's modeled off of England, maybe? I might have to look that up. Because each region's like modeled after like actual countries. Another region from X and Y was modeled after, that's the return. I think I go down that hole. Modeled after, France. Kanto is Japan. Okay, where is this going? Where do I need this to go? That's opened already. Down here. This puzzle's hard.
Thinking man's game.
The battling is. Do I have an Onyx? I do.
I was saying, I thought you caught one way early.
Not way early, but I wanted to catch one early because I was going to be my riding Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can ride on its head. It's adorable.
It's adorable, I guess.
Yes, I used a full restore to wake up my Pokemon. Leave me alone. Hi, you. Did I already battle you? Have I already been this way? Hi. Oh, I've been this way. Okay.
You're going the wrong way!
Trainer, I haven't battled.
How would you know which way I'm going?
You already beat me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be disappointed if the trainer doesn't have a Slowpoke or a Slowbro. Impressed if they have a Slowking. I think it's more physical than special. Let's find out! Power Whip. I missed. Zippy Zap. I am more than 10 levels over this guy. I'm what, 13? I don't want to be mean and all, but I hope my manager got some sort of trouble.
So it doesn't happen again, at least?
Because this week's schedule's, like I said, fucked.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like him.
That's what I thought.
What?
Okay. Slowking isn't in the original 151.
Slowking is from Silver and Gold.
Yeah, that's why when you said that, I was like, what the fuck?
Now I realize. Mistake.
Yeah, I was like, was Slowking in the original game? I'm like, because I was like having the brain fart. I was like,
I mean, there was
might have been.
I mean, Ho-Oh was in the first episode of Pokemon. They never went with anywhere with that plot.
Yeah, I was like, yes, sure.
They did do the Pokemon I Choose You, which it redid the whole first season of Pokemon in an entire movie, basically. But instead of Ash being an absolute shitter, he was actually competent.
What are you talking about? He was totally competent. He beat everybody.
Oh, I got the rainbow badge from saving a Gloom from a burning building that, if I remember correctly, he might have set, or was Team Rocket? I can't remember at this point.
Team Rocket, I believe, on that one. But he saved him. He deserved the badge. He showed his worth.
He beat Brock on a technicality.
That's fine. That sounds like boxing to me.
No,
There's
he
literally
actually
people that are called technical fighters.
He actually got the. Did I miss Moltres?
I don't know. I have no idea where you find Moltres.
I don't know either. I thought he was on my way out, like Articuno. I mean, he actually did beat Misty, so he did actually earn the Cascade badge.
He earned all of those. He just didn't earn them through the normal means.
Lieutenant Surge, I think he actually might have earned that one. Then the Rainbow badge, again, he just saved a Gloom from a burning gem.
Yeah.
He lost that gym battle. He literally lost the gym battle. Although, on his part, the gym was being sexist and wasn't letting males challenge the gym leader. So there's that.
It's kind of fair.
Remember when cartoons got away with cross-dressing?
They still do.
Do they? I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. It's just, it's not seen. It's like, it's done a bit more tastefully. Would be how I'd put it.
Then what's after? Oh, the psychic badge. He literally, he lost. Then he went to get the ghost type Pokemon. Literally died. Came back.
Out of body experience. Yeah.
Brung Haunter with him, and Haunter made Sabrina laugh. Therefore, he got the badge.
Exactly.
Didn't even battle.
Right.
He just brung a Pokemon, and the Pokemon's just. What's after that? I think he might have actually earned the one with the ninja. The fire gym, I do not remember at all.
Neither do I. To be
Not
fair.
at all. Can't remember.
I got nothing.
That part of the no. The last badge, he literally had to fight Team Rocket, which wasn't too hard. Like he beats out the regular basis. It's like you can't give him away badges.
Yeah, giving away bad. Seems legit to me. Just looking at the world through a different lens than the constructions of what already existed. It was fine.
Then to prepare for the Pokemon League, I think he had an entire year. Didn't train any of the Pokemon he actually used. He actually used obscure Pokemon that he caught like in one-off episodes. Although I love Muck. Muck is,
like,
is the only one
stupid,
that
but
I miss him. Because nowadays it's only Charizard who's the recurring Pokemon. I hated the fact that he always has to start a new region with just Pikachu. I feel like that's asinine. Like if he
it's like how I play Fallout expansions. Go in unarmed.
It's like if you actually use the Pokemon he actually trains for like the entire time, he might have actually won a tournament. I'll give him credit. He did win one thing. I missed Moltres somewhere.
You're like, I left? Fuck. Moltres is in here somewhere.
Where am I missing?
It's right behind this rock. It's like right here. I don't know. This is where you were earlier.
Why do you want to fight me?
He was trolling the shit out of you.
Moltres, where are you? I think you're over there. Yeah, I see you. You're right there. How do I get over there? I see you, I can't touch you. Is it a drop down or was I stupid?
Is it just you kick that?
No. Because I can't kick anymore. I need to find where
Oh,
that ladder goes. I need to go up a level. This is gonna be more challenging than Articuno. Okay. I was gonna end early and then... Okay, there's a ladder that goes up.
Oh, good one.
And you go this way.
Oh, you should get that. Oh.
Okay. There has to be a ladder going down around here somewhere. Up there. Next to that police officer. I thought it was over here already.
Wait, you just didn't use the ladder?
I was pretty fucking sure I used the ladder. This has to be the ladder goes down. Or else this layout of this place does not make any sense. Okay.
Yeah, you just didn't go down.
I did not go down that ladder. Wait for me being bad. But the good thing is I left out the exit. So if I use escape rope, I should come out the exit.
Do you want to chance that?
I'm willing to chance that.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Please don't hurt me. I don't have any ultra balls. Okay, you're fire, you're bird. I'm pretty sure I should set up a light screen. Because you can do some sort of fire spin or flame thrower. Or just use agility, that's cool too. I'm expecting the fucking worst, and this guy, I'm just gonna run around. I'm like, oh, okay. There we go. That's faster than me, thanks. Oh no, don't miss attacks, buddy. It's a fly type, so this should be at least effective. Yeah, there we go.
At least effective, aka almost killed it.
Almost killed it. I am almost 10 levels
Shit,
higher.
you could just zippy zap this, yeah.
I probably should have zippy zapped it to begin with.
Yeah. Get the first hit. Tell you, zip zap OP OP.
Okay, let's...
It's a move that guarantees a crit.
You know
And
what?
goes first.
I don't know how to deal with this.
Ooh. But what about Mewtwo?
I'm catching Mewtwo with a normal Pokeball.
Okay.
I don't care how long it takes. It's getting into a normal Pokeball. Actually, if I have enough money, I'm gonna try doing a Premier Ball like Drago wants me to do.
7 years later. Why is this hard?
I need to use a Master Ball on something. Okay, and then we take the chance. How's my Pokédex looking for this game anyway? I've seen almost every Pokemon.
You have. You have not seen what? I guess it what is that? 240. I can't read that last number.
I have 76 Pokemon. That's nice. Okay. The gamble. That's not really a gamble. I just have to go into the cave again.
Gets horribly lost in cave.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you good.
The thing is, do I do it tonight or do I wait until next week?
Your call. If you do it tonight, you probably won't get Mewtwo after, right?
No.
Because isn't that pretty much a lot? So it might be worth saving this for next week, so you have more to do.
Yeah, take it in there. I'm counting on you. If we lose, it's your fault.
But I do what you command me to do. It is never the foot soldier's fault, it is always the general's.
Okay, let's heal up and then get stocked. The team we're using. I was thinking about using Articuno, but that would replace Robo. Robo's actually useful now that he knows an ice type move. And Surf. He'd be useful for the Rock Jump. Hey, who are you? Oh, it's the... Okay, that's where you are. She's the lady if you have a heart scale. She can make your Pokemon remember a move that you forgot.
Huh.
I was wondering where it was.
Didn't even know there was a thing.
Creepy guy in corner. Sure. Oh. If I trade him a normal one, he gives me a Alolan. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what Robo was talking about.
Drago.
Drago was talking about. I'm so glad he's not on tonight.
He said he's the other viewer the whole night. He's just sitting there doing his homework, giggling. Be 10 out of 10. Be great.
Okay, so.
Oh god, I gotta. Kirby.
And he revives. Because I'm expecting to die a lot. Pretty fine. I don't expect to die that much. Hopefully. I'm gonna buy full resource. And well, I got full heal. I mean, full restore. I don't need full heal. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a couple. That's not pooping, that's you being on Breath of the Wild. I want to buy more than that. Okay. Nope, I'm good. I'll talk to you too. First one's the Ice Lady, so I think I still have him out. It's gonna be these two guys. I wish everyone else was a higher level. I have 15 rare candies? And, well, might as well prepare. Freaking off. Weather raise, special attack. I think you need more special attack, right? No, 140. That's good. You could probably use more. Robo probably needs more. No, but you know what? You can use a little more. Quick, speed. You definitely don't need it. Who needs to be faster? I want you to be faster, actually. Yeah, you have 155, but honestly, I feel like you're kind of slow. Health is... Can't use you. You're a tanky tank. Tank-ish. Okay, so let's split up these up, or just give them all. Give one to you. Give them all to Andy. I get everyone at a really high level, or this. I'm gonna wait. I need Freelancer's opinion on this. I can make Pikachu level 74, or I can make him up to 55, 55, 55, 55. Get everyone around the same level, or one of them higher. Who's gonna have? Ice, fighting, ghosts. And I feel like Robo might need to be higher level to get Ice Beam off on the Dragon types. Although Fire Demon also have Play Rough. He's gonna be useless during the Fighting Gem because of some of the Earth type ones. Decisions. Responsible or Mimi? Responsible, Meanie. Holy shit, 224 speed. Damn. Special attack is kinda low though. I think Zippy Zap is a pretty cool move, isn't it? Okay. Oh, anyone on? Dangerous